I heard it's cold up there.
Say what you feel.
I don't feel nothing.
Yeah, we know that.
I hear he's got a pussy.
All right, so we are live. I'm gonna do this every fucking time. I'm gonna make you start the show.
It's Thursday morning.
There you go.
I don't know. I was gonna have a little jingle, but
I know it's awkward, eh? You go to start, yeah. So what up? What up? Thank you for tuning in to Frosty Living. Back with another episode, and you probably see we have a familiar face.
Hey, dudes.
We had to bring him back, man. It was just so good. It was just so good.
We're gonna get deep in the conspiracy talk today.
What you got? Some good topics for us today?
We got some. I looked up the top 10 Mandela effect, not YouTube Mandela. I'm talking like deep. Like I saw one the other day that said people think KRS-One died. Like, you know KRS-One?
Yeah.
He's like a lit woke rapper.
Yeah.
He's in the woke scene, so that's how I even know about him. I'm not into that scene of rap, but people are saying he died back in like 2008. You know, so that's like it could be the KRS-One effect for the next generation. You know, Nelson Mandela. Who knows that guy in 2021, right?
I got thinking that today. Like, I mean, I got randomly just a random thought in my head. I don't know what I was doing, but I was like, I wonder, like, even like the littlest things like that would have happened that people have like that different mindset. I'm like, what happened, or like, you know, like even big events like 9/11.
Mm-hmm.
Where,
well, with
you know,
having
like,
so many
different,
people on my
this shit we
Facebook,
haven't realized. You know?
some people like I get argument all the time that they remember it as Berenstain, not Berenstain. Or I have people that like the Kazam
Yeah.
people specifically last time, like when this podcast ended, you remembered the outfit the guy was wearing.
Yeah, we had
You know what I mean?
a good conversation about
So
that.
yeah, like after the podcast last time, it was woke city up in here, pretty much, like, you know. So I don't know. Like there's a lot of the thing that the Mandela effect really.
Oh, we're getting right into it.
Is the CERN, right?
We're right. Yeah.
The LHC, the Large Hadron Collider. So they I thought they only had one, but I guess they have three now. So there's one under Switzerland, like Geneva or something like that, and it's a mile long. And what they do is they speed particles up at the speed of light and smash them together. So the scientists themselves say eventually, once they find the right particle, they're going to open a portal. And once that portal opens, we'll either be able to take things through or take things back. So what I think happened, this is just a personal honeycomb type blah, blah, blah. Yeah. I've heard other people talk like this. This isn't me making this up. Is that in 2012, when they started that bad boy up and they started smashing particles, they smashed something so hard that it set our consciousness off.
The Big Bang.
Pretty much. Exactly. It restarted things so that it didn't set us off completely so that we don't know each other and we don't know who we are, but it just set us off on one length. You know how there's all sorts of vibrations going on at once? So it just toned us into a little bit of a different vibration so that things we think we know for sure, we don't even know. You know, like the things we think we've seen, the things we think we know, never really existed. The one that gets me is like, I grew up being a nerdy kid listening to that Queen song, We Are the Champions. In Tweed, if you didn't hang out at the arena, like, what were you really doing with your life? So I hung out at the arena all the time, and that was the song that came on, man. We Are the Champions. At the end, it says, of the world.
I know, that's so fucked,
It doesn't happen. Like, you can WikiLeaks this, you can go as deep as you want, and it doesn't happen. But I know it happens, bro. Like, I know the tone in my head of the very last, of the world.
Does it do that in another part of the song?
Yes. But it does it at the very end as well. That's how the song, it goes out with that piano.
Yeah.
You know? That never happened. So, like, stuff like that I know as a child, that I love that fucking song.
Yeah.
I didn't know
bro,
music back then.
it's the same thing. I hear it in my head.
Yeah.
Right? We are the champions of the world. But I'm like, does it actually, I know it's one of them things, right?
And that's the thing where, like, they also say that with people nowadays that there's like a second D, a 3D, and a 4D. So there's people that are probably fucking loopy like myself to other people that think that we know things. And then there's people that are still kind of connected normally, like yourself, that think you know things too.
I don't,
right?
Yeah.
So there's no right or wrong because it's just a total different understanding of the process of how it happened.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. I know, because it's like even in that song, right?
certain people riding out on that certain frequencies.
Yeah,
right? Certain
exactly.
people got bumps. Certain people got.
They've been saying that for time, like with solar flares. I don't believe in that because yours is flat. But they say that with solar flares and blah, blah, blah. It shifts consciousness. And
Well, even the parallel, like the really smart dudes can explain that. You listen to
I
them and
can't
you're still
understand
like,
it, but
what
they're
the
breaking it
fuck do
down
they
for
say?
themselves.
Yeah, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
But they're like explaining that there's all these different parallel universes,
Well,
right?
that's what I wonder. Like they say, like when you say no, like the decision, there's always that other way, right? Like
Yeah.
that's what I always get thinking about. And it's like,
Well, that's what they're doing
is
with
that other
Large
vibration
Hadron
is
Collider.
always going on? You know what I mean? It's just a weird.
They're
thing to
making
think
all
about.
possibilities happen all at once.
That's not. I don't think that's a good idea to be banging particles like that, bro.
Well, and
Banging
the other
particles
thing,
together and-
like if you go on YouTube,
It's
and,
like he said though, because in it's so fucking weird.
Because that's the thing where it's like, they probably, like, you bang and started together, no one was around to see what happened.
No,
when
but
two
is
started,
that originally?
you know,
So
two
if you
particles
go
are like-
back, even if you look at science and you look at the original Big Bang, whatever, right, and you look at it as like just a categorization of like of something, a portal could have opened then.
Yeah.
When all that hit, blah blah blah. You could call it a portal, you could call it a fucking black hole, you could call it whatever, because really at that time it had no naming until we come along and fucking categorize something,
and
right?
they're
Well, that's
saying that there's portals in the center of all those black holes.
Yeah.
And
Whether they're
saying-
portals, because
No.
we think portals are in video games and shit.
There was one I
It's-
read about something
right?
opening up. There's a bigger portal like they found that was to be like 2 times deeper, like whatever the fuck how you would call it.
Man, we jumped right
But,
into this.
and does that
Heavy.
go back to smashing particles together? That they're actually creating some of these things because they're
If space is
rippling.
real and there's a vacuum, there's some shit smashing. You gotta
Bro,
understand
you did send me a fucking sorry. This is where of that roof thing, and I'm like,
Bro, you can watch footage of that original space landing. The whole thing is wrapped in gold fucking tinfoil. The whole spaceship. So when I sent you the roof of it flapping, it looks like it's made of a crazy carpet.
Yeah.
There's a vacuum in space. That thing would either be ripped right off,
Yeah, that's
or it
the
would stay
weird-
completely still.
That's the weird part.
So for it flopping and blah blah blah, does that not look like a material underwater?
It's just weird.
If you think about it, though,
It's
if you
just
take a shirt
weird.
and put it underwater, it does
Yeah.
the same effect that lid did, and that's the International Space Center.
Did you watch the video?
I
No,
watched a
see,
little
I'm
bit.
sending him Facebook and I'm sending you Instagram. You
Okay.
guys are both.
I
Okay.
think I have though seen a little clip of that video.
That's
It's
what I'm
just
saying,
like
if
such
we-
a weird.
When you see all them old space videos, though, I seen another one even though of like the moon landing and the 2 guys running around on the moon though, and they're like, it's sped up obviously, but it's like very. I can get what you're saying because like even when you're like fucking around like you're in a pool, like you run and you bounce.
That's right.
But
No,
it's like,
I
it's
know,
sped up,
I
and
know,
It's just sped up.
I know.
I don't know. It's really weird.
I know.
It's really
That's why
weird.
we need that screen. When we get that screen, we'll do those bubbles in space, and people are just
Well,
gonna boom.
See, today I was here super fucking early this morning.
Mhm.
We downloaded OBS because Megan is on. She's not on screen because it might take a little while for us to get Megan on screen, but Megan is in the house today,
Wicked.
and I tried to get OBS so I could fucking screen record,
Okay.
so she could be like looking at shit
And we
as
could-
we were
yeah.
as we were conversing, and then we could edit that stuff in just for the time being until we
Yeah.
make changes. And fucking, it's just, bro. I get here this morning, my SD cards don't work. I gotta like reformat them and try and restore them.
You know why? They're sending gamma waves down.
They don't want.
know-
They don't
they
want
don't
you,
want
bro.
people
They
knowing.
don't want you on
don't-
the cast.
We do those live videos. They mute me every single time.
It's
Every
true.
time
though.
I tried
It's
to wake
true.
people up on your live videos,
It's true.
Scott's muted, frozen. He'd be like,
It's true though. I never
This
even
cheesy
fucking
picture.
thought of that.
nobody
bro.
else. I watch you guys talk to hundreds of people, accepting all the time. You accept mine, it's muted, and no, you can't see me.
Yeah.
It's like that guy's talking some crazy
We
shit.
can't,
Get him the fuck
we
off.
can't let you in, Scotty. We're gonna get them raised.
Right?
here.
That is true, bro. I never even thought of that. Every time we got
Every
into
single
you,
time.
you would
Definitely
be
are.
in for a couple minutes and then just cut right out.
I'd start talking about
Buffering.
some woke shit about masks or flatty batty, and
Yeah.
boom,
Yeah.
Scott's muted. No thanks. No communication from Scott.
Guys
today.
trying to wake people up on an old flip phone Nokia. Maybe
Stealing McDonald's internet.
Where's Scott? He's waking people up in the Tim Hortons lobby.
That's it.
What?
Is that me?
It's probably him.
Why, is
It
it
never.
super
It never
quiet?
shows that it picks up.
Do you want me to talk like this even louder?
See how
So I thought it was for him.
Is it me?
Franz is always perfect. I heard him last time. It was so clear.
It's his voice, man.
But I'm still
Ooh,
getting
it's like
Scott
Barry
sauce
White
here.
over here. Barry Manilow mixed with like
You.
ginger spice.
But it's not supposed to.
Of the world.
This is the thing. I don't know why this is so loud. When
I'm gonna ask my dad that question.
Yeah.
Because my dad is like a big rock guy, right?
So let's talk
Clean,
about
everything.
No, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
He's
We
not-
need to know these things.
If
Yeah.
you want, you
I'll
can,
like, I'll walk in, I'll be like, we
you
are
can't
the
minimize
champions of
or
the
bring up
world.
something on top of it.
What the fuck
What are
you
you
talking
saying,
about, boy? That was never in that.
That
song.
is trippy though, bro. Have you went back and listened to like every rendition of that song?
I tried. Dude, that was the one that really buzzed me. And you know the Luke, I am your father?
I know.
There's no Luke, I am your father. It's I'm your father. That's pretty friggin'
See, I'm not
like
big into
when
Star
you
Wars,
me
I don't
either.
know.
I don't me either. Me either.
I didn't watch.
I'd have to
Star
see
Wars
it.
until,
I'd have to
I was
see
in my
it, you know.
30s.
That's a lot of watching.
But
like
you
that.
gotta understand
It's the quote.
exactly. It's the fact of the whole portion of that.
It's like-
Luke,
And that's the center of the
you
movie
hear it
too,
from
eh? Like,
everybody.
you notice that,
I
though?
am your father.
Yeah.
So many people have quoted it,
Yeah.
and for that to never happen, it's like
it's weird. That's a
I don't
famous
think so.
quote
Is
used
it-
in the movie?
It's such a weird thing though, right? Because a lot of those things are like just the cusp out of our generation.
yeah. And the other thing is too, it's not
You know
so
what I
big
mean?
that they changed Darth Vader white. Or
No, no,
something,
no,
you know
no,
what
no,
I mean?
no,
It's just the
I know,
littlest
I
things
know.
so that it
I've
creates
watched-
a discrepancy between people.
Yeah.
It's just a further divide.
Yeah, yeah,
Because some people are like, nah. And other people are like, yeah.
yeah. See, and I'm like, let's figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
'Cause
Well,
I
that's why
don't-
when you pulled up that picture last time of the Shazam afterwards, I was blown away. And then it has the Berenstain Bears book,
A book
in
in
the
it.
corner.
That
Yeah,
was like,
like-
some.
Come on.
Right?
Yeah, like
It reminds me.
so
of
there's coincidences
Right?
and then there's that.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't
And
know.
now we went back to the shop and we continued that conversation.
Of course you did, because you guys were like
Oh yeah, we were
on one when
we
I
were
left last
we were
week.
in it, dog.
You
We were
guys
in
were
it.
deep. When
So-
I left, I was like,
I
Yeah.
brought her in. So, and I'm like
I
showing
like
them all
that.
the video, and she won't believe anything. And I'm showing them all the video, and they're like,
oh, my girl
I
doesn't
gotta
believe
find it.
anything
I
either
gotta
unless her
find
grandma
it.
or her mom tells her. If her mom tells her, oh God. No boy. If her mom woke up one day and was like, babe, so it turns out the earth is flat, Riley'd be like, Scott. You know, but I can show her all the proof in the world. And she's like, yeah,
"Okay, honey."
okay, babe. Don't let it go to your head.
I love that he's so creative. He's so
Yeah, my
imaginative.
man's so creative. No, but some people like the good thing with me is I have tattooing to really when I tattoo, my mind isn't with this stuff. You know, this stuff's always going on, but when I'm tattooing, I'm like zoned out, focused on the tattoo. There's some people that fall into these holes and they're off work right now. This girl Robin I tattoo. Robin, respect. You're woke. But she's so into it, and other people are too. They don't have like anything
Yeah,
to
you
kind of
gotta
like
have that
divide
mind.
their mind from
Yeah,
it.
yeah, yeah.
And they rabbit holes the fucking
That
cell.
can take over
Yeah.
your life.
Yeah.
Well, that's what
I mean.
happened to me when I was like
Yeah.
17, 18, and
There's a
that's
difference
why I
between
stopped.
woke and then
Like,
there's
Oh
a
yeah,
difference,
you
oh,
were
yeah.
waking up pretty hard.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
You
You
see, I
remember
just-
all that?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, she said, oh yeah.
Well, I was a little bit
Those are
before
rough
you, but
years.
I was
Couple
still
rough
into them
years.
when we first got together.
No, this guy used to come over and bring movies. He'd be like, "You guys gotta watch this movie."
Well, I was still into them, but I wasn't like as like the world's gonna end and we're all
See, this
Controlled
zombie,
by
this zombie
robots
guy I
and-
hung out with, he had friggin'. He's telling me he's got lead sacks in the woods.
Oh,
full of
yeah.
food and
Oh, yeah.
guns, and I'm like, oh my goodness.
yeah.
Chill.
Yeah,
Like,
well, there was a couple homies that like hung around that like one of the dudes like older brother had been like buying gold like all over the world. Like I knew a couple wing nuts, and it
Mhm.
was why my head was kind of weird.
getting
You know what I
right
mean?
into it.
Like
It's like-
fucking just
Yeah.
Well, they're saying it now too. Like the first wave of this thing, they said that when the second wave comes, there'll be food shortages. I haven't seen any yet. Prices are going up. That is
Oh.
true.
and dude, sorry,
Go. No, have you seen some food shortage?
I see rationing.
Yes, definitely.
So what?
But I'm not seeing where you walk into a place and there's only bananas. Or
No,
there's only apples. 'Cause
Yeah.
that's what I was thinking when they said like, things like that are going to happen, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah.
then the other thing I read too is that Japan, personally, they don't make our domestic product, but they help wrap it.
Mhm.
So this is probably made there. This is guaranteed made there.
Yeah.
So when Japan gets shut down from third, second, 19th wave of BS, our products that we would normally have, we won't be able to get because they won't be able to package them to get them to us.
It's a crazy thing. It's like fruit cups.
Yeah.
So like it will come from like wherever the fruit comes from, and they send it over there. They package it, send it back to us.
That's right. And when Japan,
that's how we.
that's how we do it with oil too, though. We
With
take our oil,
everything.
We take our oil
It
from
gets
Alberta
refined in the
and send
States.
it away.
I
And
know.
then buy it back.
Our power.
Yeah.
We fucking generate how much power here in Ontario, bro, and we sell it to the Americans for cheaper than what we fucking pay for it.
Yep.
Our country's fucked for
Yeah,
that
we're
shit.
mass
Yeah,
actors.
like we're like, here, let us bend over so you can fuck us all into boom boom.
See, I don't get too much into the politics.
No,
of it
it's you
because my
can't.
head's so
Yeah,
deep into the
yeah,
crazy shit.
you can't.
Politics, I find like it's,
I just like to
people
grow
want to
weed.
say right and left. It's the same fucking bird.
It is.
You know
We
what I mean?
talked about
Yes,
that
and,
this morning.
like,
Yeah.
I used to be like, oh, Donald Trump's racist, and I was like, no, Donald Trump's not a racist. But now I'm like, they're all fucking racist.
They're all kooks, bro.
You have to be in that position. You have to have put yourself in a position where you can be,
We cutting throats.
yeah, or made to look bad later. You
Yeah.
have to be like doing some baby fucking or
Yeah.
killing, so that they have a video of you, so that when you get to the top where Donald Trump is, he can't just shut everybody down and put Hillary Clinton in jail and blah blah blah. They'll be like, here's the video.
Oh, they got blackmail all over them.
Exactly, of
Yeah.
the same guy doing the same shit.
Yeah, that's why it's that cult weird society, and it's all now people know about it.
Mhm.
People are more like woken up to that shit. But I'm like always in the back of my mind, even if as an uneducated little kid, and I always would say this shit: how in the fuck do you like have all that power and like not think that people are gonna do weird shit?
Well, you got to think about this. Here's my example. Not to be a weirdo, but when I started taking in sexual activities, I'd watch a boob on TV and I'd be like, fucking boing.
Yeah.
Over time, that boob doesn't do it anymore, right? Then
Yeah.
you're watching porn and that porn doesn't do it anymore.
Yeah.
It graduates to dark. I wouldn't say darker, but more
Weird shit.
weird shit.
Yeah,
So imagine you had all the fucking money in the world.
that's what I mean. And that's
And
what I
you-
mean.
And at 15, you were already in occult rituals killing babies, so that was absolutely fuck all to you.
And you're being vetted. Not only that, but you have to go through these rituals because you can't even get to the point of power where you're
Without
going to
it.
get without it.
That's right. Skulls and bones.
Because they need the
Blah, blah,
dirt,
blah,
and
blah.
you have to go through because they did it before. It's
Mhm.
like look at rituals, look at razzing in schools, look at like all that. Look at them weird college fucking things. You know what I mean? And like what
Oh yeah, when they have to like
fraternities?
yeah,
there you go,
eat
fraternity
sperm and
shit.
fucking
You know what I
weird
You
shit.
know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah,
Like,
yeah.
give me a fucking break,
Yeah,
man.
I
Like,
feel you.
I'm glad. Like, I we come from an area where
Yeah.
there's a lot of. I heard a lot of weird stories, and I never played hockey. Thank you, mom.
Mm-hmm. I couldn't afford it. But.
Yeah, well, that same thing. Like, I couldn't skate. You
Yeah,
know
well,
what
the
I mean?
coach
But-
for the Belleville Bulls back in the day, wasn't he telling the players to share their girlfriends? It would make them closer.
Bro, the weirdest
Yeah, it would
shit.
Make, it would make you guys more brotherly.
It's a
if you
team
shared
thing.
your, yeah,
It's
if
a
you share
team
your old
thing.
ladies, like, nah, coach.
Like,
no
yeah.
thanks.
The weirdest shit. I really got tangled up in this.
What a coach thing to say, eh?
Right?
Party at my place.
Yeah. Bring all your old ladies. Bring your sisters.
We're gonna win the next game.
That's it.
Yeah.
Nothing against the hockey
Hockey,
players though,
yeah.
because I like hockey players. Some of them, I hate some of them.
No, but I think it's just that you're in it. You're in that
Mentality.
brotherhood.
It's just like
It's
when
a
you're in the,
brotherhood.
yeah, when you're in the military, you're racist.
right?
I know a guy that grew up here. I'm not going to mention his name. Totally cool guy. My buddy's mom adopted him, made him fucking part of the family. He goes to the military and he's like, there should be a dot on that person's forehead, blah, blah, blah. It's like, bro, you were raised by people of color and now you're talking about
Yeah,
some crazy nonsense.
Yeah, that's
Like,
whack.
it just makes no sense. It's just disrespect, right?
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
but again, in this area, it's not a very cultural place. So when you see some shit like that, it fucking you remember it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You remember that guy. You're like, we're not gonna be buddies.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
We're in an area where that's kind of I feel like there's the line's very
Mm-hmm.
there's a line,
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Mhm.
and I like my mom even with like religion like it's so fucked because we're in an area where it's such a weird thing because if as a child like if we didn't have the internet, bro, and have like different influences from different
No.
areas or whatever,
No.
you know, we would have been fucked.
Yep.
Like
Totally.
straight fucked.
Yep.
You know, like luckily my mom, like we go to my grandparents because my grandparents are racist, like as fuck.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? My
Mhm.
grandma way more than my grandfather, but like I remember being young even, and grandma saying shit, and my mom would be like, "Grandma's crazy."
Yeah.
Like shit would happen on the TV, and like they would say things, and my mom like right from a young age would be like, "That's
that's not okay. Yeah.
don't listen to grandma. She's
Yeah.
fucking cuckoo." You know what I mean? And like my grandma's really religious and like church shit when we were young. And my mom, like, I never went to church, like, none of that stuff, right? Like, my parents, my mom, they didn't stuff any of that shit down our throats.
When I
That's a
was
crazy
when
thing,
I was
though.
None of it.
18 and starting to like really like try to wake up, I like went to church for a little bit just to try it out.
I don't think it's a bad thing.
No, me either. But I don't think it's a good thing either.
No.
I think it's for people that are. I don't want to put this in a negative tone, but I think church is for people that need a community. It's like a biker gang. You know what I mean? I
Yeah.
grew up skateboarding, so I always had friends. I
Yep.
grew up dirt biking, so I always
Yep.
had like a different community. But people that don't have that, that's church. Or that's your Kiwanis club or your dart club or
Mhm.
your biker club. You know, I find it to be the same way. It's just has some crazy beliefs and you got to pay a lot.
And it depends
Gang
where
shit.
you're going.
People were telling me the church takes Cash App now. A church has Cash App.
Oh, yeah.
Like God, what is God getting that to his like
PayPal
bank
G
account?
transfer.
Yeah.
That's a G transfer.
Yeah, like it's a wild thing to me.
Yeah.
That, yeah, exactly. You're paying taxes on that money, but God isn't.
Yeah, and that's what all comes down. Like, it's weird too, because it's like some could say it could fund the church, but it's like you look at the church and it's like
Yeah,
You
the
look at the
church looks the
pastor's
same
house.
as yeah.
You look at the pastor's house, and you're like, oh, it's like that video we seen the pastor with the plane. He's like,
Yeah.
I bought this plane from Tyler Perry. I needed
Mhm.
it. I needed it.
Mhm.
And it's like, what'd you need it for? You know?
But those, man,
The
that's
plane
one of
that,
them
like,
things.
partying.
Those the people that are following that guys are the same people that would have drank.
Yeah, that
They
dude,
would have
though,
drank the
That
Kool-Aid.
guy's a
Like,
scary looking dude, eh?
that just
That's
goes
how-
to show you,
That
like,
demon guy.
Yeah. That's his eyes, eh?
he's creepier than
Yeah.
fuck.
He's one of those evangelic pastors,
Yeah.
though, that like screams and bring the fire of Satan down upon.
Yeah.
Like he's one of those guys.
Yeah.
He has to have that look about him.
Yeah.
Where like Joel Osteen, he's just
Yeah.
cheesy fucking grin. Oh. But the thing is
$50 billion.
how much?
$50 billion in the U.S. last year is how much people donated.
To the churches. Ask how what.
And
type
look
in
how
what
much
the
they
biggest-
donated to
type-
NASA.
type
I'll
in
bet
what-
you it's
yeah.
more.
Yeah, type in what the pastor, like the biggest, like the pastor made. Like, what was the pastor's salary?
Well,
It
it's
shouldn't
probably
even
one of
be.
those
If you're a
ones that-
pastor,
Oh,
you
it
shouldn't
is
have a
because
salary.
there's one of
Oh,
Oh,
those.
it's Joel Osteen for sure.
Oh,
He's
yeah.
the highest
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
making
he
money
has
person.
to.
See, how do you even make money if you're a pastor?
Is that-
He puts on those concerts
Yeah.
and charges people to come to them
Yeah.
to be healed and in his light and his
Yeah.
blessing.
Yeah,
And
he's like dropping you and
Yeah.
fucking.
That's
There
how
was
SARS
another
got
guy.
cured the
Who
first
was that
time,
young? Who was that younger white dude?
that's him
Oh, that is him.
with the really pretty
Oh,
smile.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
and
yeah.
His teeth are like perfect. and
Okay,
those two,
okay.
Yeah, that's Joel Osteen.
Okay.
Where is he?
And he's got like
He's mega
oh,
rich,
bro. He's
Mega
got
rich.
billions and billions
Oh,
of followers.
did some
Oh, no.
rap
He's-
come
he's
out?
number 9.
Who's number one?
Number 1.
It's like a Forbes.
Some
for
chick
pastors.
probably or something.
Wow, Joel
No,
Osteen's
number 1 is Kenneth Copeland.
That's that guy you're talking about,
Yeah,
isn't
that
it?
guy,
That
yeah.
old creepy
In,
Yeah.
guy.
in Texas.
Yeah, oh yeah,
that.
that's him. That's your boy. I bought this plane from Tyler Perry.
Yeah.
It was cheap. Yeah.
I couldn't
But he's
refuse.
probably just came out of
He
no.
lives in a $6 million mansion that's owned by the church. So
Yeah, of course. Jesus.
Owned
That's
by
the
the
parties.
church.
they just let him live there.
Yeah.
In a $6 million, like his he needs that.
But then you want to get deeper onto something like that. Let's break this down. So last year, they went to the Vatican. They were doing some reconstruction on some place that leaked. Don't quote me on this. It might have been fire. It might have been water. It's been years. But the detail is, when they dug down beside the place, guess what they found?
Was like dead something.
30
Yeah.
bodies of kids
I heard that.
at the Vatican.
I heard that.
And like one of the bodies was one of the kids that went missing in like 1960 that was visiting the Vatican with its family.
Yeah.
This little girl. So you want to talk about all these people living in $6 million mansions?
So, I'm going to cut you off here quick 'cause I just remembered something.
Yeah.
So, last week, there was a church in Kingston, Third
Mhm.
Day Worship. They got caught with that Coke thing, right?
What?
It was like, yeah,
there was some- yeah, I did hear this.
Break
So-
this down for me.
they got caught with Coke and stuff.
Cocaine?
Paraphernalia. Like paraphernalia.
Okay.
So this is the picture. It's
They
like,
just
this-
just
took this-
pipes. They just had
It's
crystal.
the guy's office. It says "My Secret Place," right? And it's just a picture of his office, right?
Okay.
But then the comments, "What? No Coke paraphernalia? LOL. I have a few around." And that was the actual church comment.
Yeah. I have a few around. That's pretty risque
Yeah.
for a
Wow.
church. But,
But because that's what I think.
what you
the
know how like
fuck?
that the people hacked made Wendy's.co or whatever and fucking
Yeah.
slam Burger King and McDonald's and all that, right? Like that could just
That-
No, that's the actual site. Though.
Oh,
Like,
really?
I was looking at
you
it. And they
clicked
had
it and
the,
it went right to
well,
the
'cause
church.
It brought me to it because there was a thing where they were inviting people down from Toronto for a church thing, and I was looking at the site just seeing because there's a bunch of people bitching about COVID, and then I ended up reading this article that related back to this church and this pastor getting caught with coke, and he was having like a party in his office. So I went through and then I looked at the pictures and seen his office. So I clicked it and then there's like, no way. So I had to screenshot the comment just in
In
case.
Kingston.
Yeah.
Oh, party on. Party on, Wayne.
That's
I
fucking.
think I was talking about the brainwashing situation.
What?
Is that one?
No, I want to hear
Yeah,
that.
I never
No,
heard
it
this.
says former members accused Kingston, Ontario Church of brainwashing through threats of curses. But this was news from last week. In
Holy
Kingston, too.
voodoo.
There's a lot of church news going on.
I bet you those church, you know what's going on? I'll bet you it's because that church is still having people come
Mhm.
that they're trying to publicly shame them by crazy shit like that.
Yep.
They're
It could be.
cokies.
Yeah.
They're fucking out to lunch doing voodoo on people.
Maybe they see
Yeah.
something coming in 2021 and they're getting their calls together.
Oh, well, they're shutting down God.
And it's gonna.
They have been shutting down God. Like, you got to look at it this way. Not saying I'm God or Luciferian or any believe in that stuff, but if you look at it, why is the liquor store essential, but going to church is not? Worship.
Yeah.
I'm not religious, but worship
Yeah.
is essential.
100%.
Not paying for it, but going and feeling the.
It was always 100% essential before all
That's
this.
right,
And it
that's
was like
right.
put over priority.
And
right?
the crazier thing is, this second wave here. I don't know if this is everywhere, but I can go get a massage, right?
Yeah.
Buddy can rub me down with oils and all sorts, but I can't tattoo. You can go get your nails done right now, but I can't tattoo.
Why?
I don't know. That's how they lined this whole thing up. My sister and my girlfriend my girl's at work at the mall right now. She's working at the mall today. My little sister worked at the mall yesterday. The mall's closed to people, but they're working still. The pandemic's so bad, but there's 40 stores in the mall open, and I can't tattoo. Right?
Well, it's the same day like Boxing Day. Like all these other stores we were talking about this. Some stores are open, some stores are closed. But you can go into Leon's, you can go into Walmart.
Oh, at Walmart, and they're advertising.
Dollarama.
Walmart was advertising Boxing Day sales.
Yeah.
Save on this, this, and
Yeah.
this. It's like,
And you can go like say
I
get a-
can't tattoo
yeah.
today, but you guys can sell
Little
Barbies
restaurants.
for cheap. Like,
Yeah,
Little
it's
restaurants were open. I seen
Yeah.
people going in all like dollar store. People were going in.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah, so it's pretty weird. Like, the pandemic is, I think what they're doing is they're picking their battles, and the littlest of little are getting fucked now. Before it was just the little, now it's the littlest of the little. Because before, like the dollar store and all
Yeah.
that stuff, I don't know if they were open. I can't quote that.
But the fucking dollar stores, like, it
I
wasn't
feel like it's
Dollarama.
massive.
Yeah, Dollarama had like most sales of any fucking business in like 2019 or something, wasn't it?
There you go, man.
They kill
And
it.
they sell food in there too, so
Yeah, so it's
So then,
it's essential. But
It's one of
because
them things where they just like they made everybody hurt the first round. Now it's the littlest guys, so the littler guys are already hurting, but they don't want to help with.
That's
You know,
right.
they can't.
they
physically
can't, can't do anything.
It's every man for himself.
Mhm. And I think eventually people, I keep saying this, I think somebody's eventually going to get sick of it. I keep seeing videos of parties meeting up and saying, like,
Yeah.
if we don't take this back now, we're not going to. But
The store should just because it's like with that Boxing Day shit. If I owned like this furniture store downtown, they all like handmade furniture.
they can't afford the fines. That's
and
the thing.
it's shitty.
You're not going to sell $10,000 worth of furniture on Boxing Day, and that's your fine.
But if everybody in the store is open downtown, and no one paid the fines. They can't. They can do something like say.
Yeah, but that's the hardest part,
Is
right?
getting everyone to band together because other people still think there's a sickness and they're protecting everyone.
Yeah.
That's the guilt behind it.
Like,
It
look,
really sucks to see you drive downtown, like you say, none of those little like cool little spots are open to check out, but you go and see Leon's and it's bumping.
Yep,
and
Walmart.
like Walmart's
Completely
bumping.
packed.
Yeah, and it's
well, and if people don't
Giant
wake
tiger.
up over that fact and just the fact that you should like, even if those places are open and you need things, you should be boycotting
Well,
them and
they
not
shared
spending your money there, anyways. Like,
They
it's one of
shared
them
that it's
things.
0.01% of transmission happened through small business. They shared that. That was the headline of the
But even
Toronto
then,
Star.
why can't they do curbside pickup even at that? You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean? Like,
0.01%. Well, where's all this? Where's it all taking place then?
no, I was just gonna say it's like they said, it's easier in a small store or place like manage 2 to 5 people that you're allowing in your store as opposed to 300 to 400 that
Touching
you're allowing
everything.
in Walmart.
That's right.
Yeah.
Coughing,
Like how
touching,
do you know they
walking,
use hand
smocking.
sanitizer?
Yeah.
Like that helps, but
I just find it puzzling that there's, you know what I mean? It's just it's a very selective lockdown. I saw a thing last week where in the UK they locked down the magazine stand. They blocked it off, said it was not essential. And all the reporters freaked out and made a big thing, and boom, it was essential the next day. Sorry about our mistake, guys. because they need to press that Corona through McLean's and through
Look,
everything, right?
Look at that Randy Hillier, that guy. He had a Christmas party of 15 people, and he's like, bring on the fines and jail time. And he's like a political person.
Mhm.
And he was like, he's like, enough of the fucking bullshit, more or less. Like, in the article that I read about it, I can't remember where it was. But if you look on the internet, Randy Hillier, you'll find it. He had a party, yeah, and he's like, like, give me fines, do whatever you gotta do. Like, the bullshit's over. Like,
Yeah.
And that's, yeah.
That's
Well,
how I feel.
And
And you're seeing more of that.
well, it's the mentality of it. Like, look at that chick that came in the shop yesterday, right? So there's like, we haven't worn masks from the get go,
Mhm.
and like I've had a right from when this fucking popped. I was like, I don't give a fuck. I'm going to live normal. You know, if zombies come, then maybe I'll change my
That's
game.
right.
But
These
until
Nerf
I
guns
see,
are going real.
until I see a zombie dog, I don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
Some chick came in yesterday. There's Frano, County, and I standing in the shop. Two other chicks in the shop. One older lady, one her daughter. They came in together. The older lady works with old people, so she always wears a mask,
Mhm.
right?
Mhm.
Just to protect the
Yeah,
old people, and
That's
that's
right.
what she said right from the get go.
Respect to her.
Because I said to her, I was like, you don't have to
Yeah.
wear one in here. And she's like, I know, because Courtney never wears one coming in here, and that's her daughter.
Mhm.
She's like, but I just wear it because I work with old people, and it's just easier that way, right? I was like, cool, whatever. So we're all in the store, the five of us, sitting there having a conversation. Her mom's still wearing a mask. Another chick comes in. She is a firecracker. I'm like going out. I'm like getting my coat on. I'm like in the hallway to go out. She comes in, and I was like, "Fuck this! I'm going out the back." As I'm like going out the back, I hear her. Oh, there's 5 people in here. Nobody's wearing a mask. So I'm like, holy fuck, dip out the fucking building.
Cops are on their way.
Peace.
I'm out.
I'm
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
Fucking go and talk to my parents because my parents happened to pull up out front at the same time. Anyways, I come back in, and she like left. And I said the first thing I said to County, I'm like, was she wearing a mask when she came in? He's like, no.
No, she came in, and she came in.
The bitch comes in, she's like, no one's wearing a
I'll give
mask
you
in
the
here.
play.
She's not even
I'll tell you
fucking
what
wearing a
happened.
mask.
She opened the door and instantly started barking about a mask. And yeah, the girl, I can't remember her name, but the girl with the mask looks at her. She's like, "Oh, you're wearing one," and then she doesn't put it on. "Oh, I'm not gonna wear mine because no one else is." And so there's like, and then she get the vape pen she came for, and she continues to grab every vape pen and pick through on which one she wanted. And
Just
then continued to bitch.
Asymptomatic.
Continued to bitch. And then I said the fart thing to her.
Oh no, you dropped the fart
Yeah, I
bomb.
dropped the fart
so
thing
many
to her.
people brought that up about my
And then-
last one.
Yeah, it was a
I
good
dropped the fart
point, bro.
thing, and then the two ladies, the daughter and the mother, the daughter's staring
Well, I
at the
thought
mother.
Court was gonna drop her. You
And
know who it
then-
is? It's fucking what's her last name? Courtney. Courtney's last name. Walbridge.
Oh boy.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Yeah, you know.
Yeah, I like court.
And she's going on. And we talked about the fart thing. She's like, good point. And she didn't really know what to say. And she got her shit and left.
Mhm.
But then she, I don't know, she just continued to bitch about, like,
Sorry. Back to the point.
Doesn't make any
It's
sense.
just it's the mentality on the whole thing.
Why bring it up? Just walk in, buy your shit, and get the fuck out.
That's
Well,
what
yeah,
it.
that
That's
is
what
what
it
it
is. That's what it is, right? Like
grab your mask, protect yourself.
100%.
And fucking be on about your day.
And like you know that we're like
I own this place and I'm out the back door type deal. Like, gone.
yeah,
Who said what?
yeah, yeah,
Babe, grab my coat.
yeah.
Yeah.
But I don't have time for it. Like I just don't even want to argue about it. You know,
if you
like
make up a fuss, at least put your mask on.
Yeah.
You know?
Lead by example.
That's
if you're gonna make
100%.
an example, lead by it.
that's my ultimately my
Well, 'cause
point,
by the end
right?
of it, though,
Like
she left, and even, like, both the ladies thought she was kind of dumb.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it was
I
like,
wouldn't even have sold her anything. I'd been like, sorry, you don't have a mask on.
oh, then it would have got real.
Oh yeah.
Fuck, bro.
Ryan, get in here quick.
No, there's just some people you just kind
I
of
know.
like
Dude,
smile
when I was
and
working
wave.
at Steve's place, like when the first wave happened, this lady came in with like canister, like
Uh,
full gassy
yeah,
goggles,
Yeah.
canister mask, like
yeah. She was ready to go.
it's really And I was
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
what's
Going to
going,
Normandy? You're
what's
gonna
going
grab
on?
your
She's like, I got these reusable gloves, and they were like friggin' dish gloves. You know what I mean? I'm like, what? You're using dish gloves in a fucking old
Get
ass
in the
gas
car.
mask. You're probably breathing in asbestos.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
How did you even smell? Did you try to smell the weed? Take the mask off,
Oh,
smell the weed.
everyone does.
Oh, it's good.
Yeah.
It's good.
Put that right back on. Corona weed.
Yeah.
Zombified. But I don't know. I think there's a lot of people starting to be over it. Even like a lot of older people on my Facebook that I didn't really think were woke are pretty much over it. I think the whole Walmart, that's the only argument anyone has when there's a lot of other business open that are dominating.
Yeah.
But Jeff Bezos and Walmart have made trillions and trillions and trillions while everybody else fucking has to sit on their thumbs.
Yeah.
So I think the wake up's coming, but I just don't think. I think everybody is so comfortable
Yes.
that they don't. I can just write a comment about how uncomfortable I am about this, and it'll make me comfortable.
Yeah.
You know
It's
what
your
I mean?
man. It's
Like,
your man.
fuck, there was people bitching on my fucking wall about some shit, and then the lady's like, "I can't handle you fuckers. I gotta go to Walmart." It's like you can't handle people talking about coronavirus, but you're gonna go to Walmart to unwind. You know what I mean?
Goes to Walmart
Yeah.
to unwind.
Well, it's the only place you
People,
can
that's
go.
it. It's your only interaction.
You can't go anywhere
Yeah,
else.
like unless you're going to like the gas station or
I'm gonna
in
go
the
to
pet food
Walmart
store.
I'm going to Walmart to people watch to calm down.
Yeah, I'm going to unwind for a bit. You guys have got me stressed right out. It's like you're going to get Corona and bring it back.
I'm pissed, so I'm gonna risk it for the biscuit.
That's it. I need somewhere to fucking unwind for a little bit.
Well, okay.
And
So
no one can walk. No one can do outdoor activities. No one takes a hike. No one goes for a walk this time of year. It's like the only place I'm going.
I know, and it's actually fucking beautiful out.
It's the winter. It's not even winter. It's
We're-
been El Nino. Or
yeah.
whatever the fuck they call it all winter
Oh
long.
yeah, I forgot all about that term.
What Tom? You were saying something about the other day about the new strains or some shit. What were you saying? You were telling
the
me.
UK variant of
Yeah.
COVID
What's the
21.
lineage on
Yeah.
Yeah.
What's the
in
lineage?
Canada. But they said, what did it say?
I don't know.
They're
You were
not-
telling me. I
They are
forget.
more contagious, but they're not any more deadly.
And the
Oh,
vaccine will still
Will
work,
still work.
but you still
Yeah,
have
but
to
you
wear a
still have to wear your
mask.
mask. Exactly. So it's gonna work, they think, potentially.
It's just like more things just to make you.
Yeah,
You
so,
should
yeah.
be more scared because it's more contagious.
More contagious.
Well, you know, all I know is the fucking murder bees.
Yep.
Like, before when it got warm and Corona started to die down, people were like, "Oh, it's not even that scary." They're like, "But the fucking murder bees are. Don't go outside, right?" And now
Corona
that-
don't get you. These will.
that's right. And now that the murder bees disappeared and Corona's back on the fucking rise,
The murder bees are a real thing.
well, I guess in Japan, everything in Japan
I think they
Is-
found one
is-
out
yeah,
west. I think
yeah.
they found one out in Vancouver or something.
That came over dead in a shipping
Probably.
container.
Yeah,
or
It's like
it's
how
a
much-
bananas.
Yeah.
You find tarantulas in fucking
Yeah.
Freshco every week, and nobody
See,
says a fucking
goddamn
word.
Damn thing,
right?
yeah.
Like if there's so much crazy shit that comes in, and it's like like open sea can, the fucking murder hornet. You know?
Well,
Well,
that's
and
how all the zebra
We're
mussels
all-
got here, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Somebody brought over some
The
shit,
ships.
threw it in the water, and boom! Now you can't even
ships from
walk
the-
because your feet.
Well,
are
no, I think they
sliced.
came over on the
Ships from
big
Lake Ontario.
Yeah.
From St. Lawrence.
because the big somehow big fucking boats don't they get
They come from the ocean down to St. Lawrence.
Yeah.
Lake Ontario to Picton.
Yeah.
To, sometimes the odd one will come up. They're not really big, right? Tough
Yeah.
boats and shit, right?
Well, I know, but there's some pretty big. It's like
Yeah.
fucking deep
Yeah.
out there, man. There's like
Oh, yeah.
400
Up like-
feet
up
they
like
can come
Lincoln.
through. Yeah,
but,
like
to get through by Deserano and stuff, it's like 40 feet, right?
oh,
So-
okay,
but they can go like down that
Around,
channel.
yeah, the other way. Yeah, I
Got
was gonna
some
say because
container.
there's been some fucking
Yeah.
boats,
We're,
bro,
like,
out
up by,
there.
like, in Glenora Ferry and like the cement.
Yeah,
plant and
yeah.
shit, it's crazy.
That's what I mean, right? That's what I mean,
With barges and stuff.
bro. That's like
There's
so,
so much shit in the water.
dude.
I was reading a big article about all them rocks I used to find those blue
Oh,
ones.
yeah.
There used to be like so much iron or like so many metals they tried to ship up here, and they didn't really know the currents of the lake yet, and like they'd have all this material in these boats of like whatever they were shipping, and they lost so many boats trying to figure out like because they couldn't. I don't know. It's so weird.
Yeah, there's a
Couldn't
bunch of
handle it.
shipwrecks there, but the
Yeah.
water's so deep and so dark you can't
Imagine
see it.
It's so dirty over there.
It's wild, bro. Like the water's so dark at the fucking cement plant. Because we used to go when we were kids and jump off the iron ore docks, and they have like different towers. There's like a 20-foot, a 40-foot, and a 60-foot.
big balls.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
You're
Yeah,
jumping
bro.
off that, you're
Yeah, bro.
fucking nuts.
The
Man, nuts.
the crazy thing is, dude, when you jump off that 60-footer,
clench your butt cheeks.
not even that.
Water
this is
shooting.
fucked. This is
I
fucked
heard
up.
that. I heard you have
This is fucked
Yeah,
up.
water will go right in you.
It does, yeah.
I hit a fucking
Smiles.
Go ahead.
It does.
This is fucked, dude. So we used to jump off at night,
Yeah. Yeah.
and the water is so fucking dark, and you go down so far that I almost fucking drowned
You wouldn't
the
know,
first time
yeah.
because you start swimming and you think you're swimming to the top and you don't
You're
ever.
swimming sideways. and
Yeah,
shit.
you gotta like ball, and then you'll like you'll like float, and you can like figure out which way's up, and then you can fucking swim. But it was crazy the first time, and I was pissed fucking drunk. Like the first time I jumped, yeah, fucking scary, bro, super scary. Almost fucking died.
Asshole
Mad
full of water, trying to
panic
find your
attack.
way out.
No, the first time I jumped, I only jumped off the 40. I didn't jump from the 60 ever at night, bro. We always waited till the daytime because at least you could see somewhat, you know.
It's that 2 seconds, like that second in the air when you're falling. It's just like, it's weird. Like I'm scared of heights, but I like that feeling. Like when you're jumping.
When your
you have
stomach
that-
goes
I
to
like
your
it when
like,
you're in a
chin.
car and you go over a fast hill, but I don't like jumping off shit. that
Like
much.
the only thing I don't like certain heights though, because I don't like hitting the like I don't like that feeling of being underneath water for so long and not
Yeah,
knowing.
yeah.
I went tubing one time and like it just coincidence 2 cigarette boats went by and buddy's dad like turned the corner and I hit a wave and I held on. I was upside down. Then I fell in the water.
All right, so
And I just remember like twisting the bubbles and I thought I was swimming up, but I was fucking swimming down. And it was the scariest thing when you're like almost out of breath and you're like, ooh, like doing the
Yeah,
thing.
yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Jif or Jiffy?
Jif.
Yes, it's
Jif? Is it?
I have.
Is it
I used. I had some.
J-I-F-F or J-I-A-F?
The peanut butter?
Yeah. What do you remember, Meg? Let's start with you. You're at that end of the table.
I already know.
No, it's Jiffy.
I swear to
Jiffy.
God.
I would say Jiffy.
I was gonna say, I
Jiffy
don't-
Crunchy peanut butter.
That's what I think too.
Jiffy crunchy
That's
peanut
what I
butter.
thought too. With one peanut on top,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
It's Jif, not Jiffy.
Yeah, I
Jif
thought
now.
it was Jif, right?
Mandela now, yes. Yes.
Yeah. What?
But that could have been a
Those are like
packaging
those
change.
are
That could have been a silent
Yeah.
packaging.
Okay, so here's another good one. So do you guys remember Looney Tunes as Tunes OONS or as tunes, like songs? Looney Tunes.
Looney. Oh.
Looney 200. No,
Like which
I
do you
remember. Oh fuck, that's a long
If you
time
guys
ago.
are watching this on Facebook after, leave a comment so I can see what you guys remember too, because that'd be fucking wicked. Get some input. Get
Honestly,
as
can't
many
remember.
people in as we can see, and then we'll weigh out the options.
I want to say it was TUNES.
Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
See, I always remember it as tunes. Why there was no songs in it?
No, there wasn't.
It was like cartoons,
Yeah, it
not
was.
Looney Tunes.
That's what I remember
But
too.
they're saying it's tunes, like music.
Yeah,
not-
for some
not
reason
tunes.
my gut went TUNES.
Did it?
Yeah.
Yeah, see, I don't really remember it that well. That's a
But
hard part too.
logically.
Logically, you would think it'd be cartoon. Yeah.
Yeah.
You guys into Curious George?
Fuck yeah.
Think he had a tail or no?
He had a tail.
100% he had a tail.
He had a tail. George, in the Curious George books, he had a tail. I remember him doing
Curious
tail.
George never had a tail. It was never there. Sorry to burst your bubble, boys. Curious George never had a tail. Says you can research and go into all the books of the past, and the guy never had a tail. And even when they show the picture of him with the tail here, he looks pretty friggin' weird.
But he never had a tail like that. That's a poop dick tail. See,
Yeah, like I feel like he had a nub tail.
That's a very biased
What, they
tail.
docked
isn't
a
it?
monkey's tail?
Oh!
I thought he
You're
had,
a
like,
savage!
I thought he had more of a muscular tail, which is always wrapped up in
So
something.
in the
Carrying a
picture,
banana
it
or
shows him
something.
just standing eating a banana with a windy tail around and no tail. What do you
It looks
remember?
like a tail of a fucking dog.
What
on
do
a
you
monkey.
think? I know, cause I
When
see
I
him standing there looking up at John or whatever the fucking guy's name
And his
is,
tail's coming up behind him.
and I see
with
the tail.
banana.
It's weird.
Huh? See, this is
But,
where it starts to
dude,
get deep.
No,
boys.
but this is where
The
I
tail goes
think
up, not
the whole
down.
Mandela effect comes into play
Okay.
because it's the same fucking thing. Like when I did the whole of the world,
Uh-huh.
there's a part in the second verse or wherever the break where
But it
is.
doesn't lead off to complete silence.
No.
It says of the world and then boom, 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 boom.
Yeah.
Feeds right in.
Right?
But that end part, it's of with the
But
piano.
no, I know.
Yeah.
But because there's so many classic songs that end that way, and it's one of them things that our brain is so like easy to like. We build that up. Monkeys have tails.
Mhm.
So why, if you were asked 10 years later about seeing a cartoon monkey in a book,
But
would
you guys
you?
said you
Would,
were into him like motherfuckers, and both you said he had tails.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. But I haven't really like seen the
Yeah.
All
cartoon.
monkeys have tails?
Yes,
Yeah,
of course.
yeah.
Gorillas have tails?
Whoa,
Chimpanzees.
good call.
Do chimpanzees
They don't. They have
tails?
those docked tails.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
And he's a chimpanzee. Like he's walking upright and
Yeah,
shit.
like, they don't have a tail.
Well, guys, I don't know if you guys are. I don't know whose mind's being blown here, but so is it Sex in the City or Sex and the City?
Oh.
It's
'Cause I
not.
don't- it was-
It's not and the
I
city.
know it was
It's in the city.
because it was like those girls.
No,
in
no,
New
no.
York.
It isn't. It isn't. It's and. It's
I
and.
thought it
It's
was-
and.
No,
It's
I never
and.
watched
it's
it,
in
but I
the
thought it
city.
was
I
in.
always thought it was Sex in the
Sex in
City.
the City.
She'll know because that's like her favorite. One of her favorites. What is it? Sex
Has
and.
it always been and?
Yeah,
I think
because
so.
because we watched. I swear.
My little sister watches it all the time. I thought it's fucking smut. That's what that is.
It is. It's just a
Old lady
terrible.
smut.
It's a terrible show because when you used to watch
She's
it,
a writer, right? And she writes a sex.
All her friends
column.
are hoes.
yeah, she writes a
Bunch
sex
of
column.
smutty old
It's
ladies.
so fucked because they make the reference to this on The Office, and I just fucking watched this like 4 nights ago,
Oh,
bro.
yeah?
They make it,
Another horrible show.
bro. Fuck that!
Yeah,
I'm
the
arguing with you.
worst
I am.
show!
I am arguing with you on that one,
It's
dog.
so funny
I know.
because I hated it too, but then we actually
You
watched
start
it.
watching
Oh,
it
God.
because I hated it too,
It's so stale.
bro.
You drink one milk in your tea, you eat graham crackers, and you like the fucking Office, bro. Stale. Like, I need some oomph in my pavoom.
I just
know?
love Steve Carell for some reason. The shit he says is savage, bro. Motherfucker, dude. Anyways,
Back to it.
and the city.
So, Oscar Mayer, M-E or A? Oscar Mayer or Oscar
It's
Mayer?
All I want is an Oscar Minor wiener.
Oscar Minor?
Hold on.
He's adding ends. The Mandela effect just took a whole nother fucking step. Oscar
There's a
Minor.
third.
So they're saying it's Oscar Mayer.
Minor wiener.
Yeah.
There's an A in Mayer. Honest to goodness, we thought it was Oscar Mayer. It's Oscar Mayer.
Oscar Mayer's wiener.
Yeah. Oscar
Which is
Mayer.
weird, eh?
It's just weird.
Where's the truck?
Doesn't make sense.
I wonder if it's because in the song they say they say the other way because it doesn't
Oh, bro,
flow
this
as
one,
good.
this one's one that got me really
Eh?
good. The friggin' Monopoly guy. Do you remember him having the monocle or just having just a normal face with a mustache?
There's no,
No.
monocle.
No
Or
monocle.
is there a monocle?
No monocle, but I think they mix him and the peanut guy up.
Yeah, because it's a
That's a
side.
good call.
It's a
Yeah.
side.
Yeah,
it's a
that's a
side
very good
Yeah, I
view.
always thought he did.
No, it's a side. Is it not a side view of him like this?
No. Yeah, but you can see the monocle on the one eye, like clear as day.
But
It's saying he didn't have it.
he didn't.
No,
Yeah.
The
I was
planters,
gonna say.
and it says right there, Mr. Clever Devil, the Planters Peanut Company peanut did. Oh, you're in on it.
Yeah.
You're in on it. You're in on the Mandela effect.
I'm a fan of the
Obviously,
He
There's
is-
some stuff going on in here. He's trying to take us off topic with weird shit, and he knows the answer before I say it. Frano!
Really, when you watch back on the video, it'd just be him like
Yeah,
skimping
peeking
your
over
phone.
You got a Queen of Hearts.
Oh shit! What's a Pikachu?
See, this one gets me because I tattoo this guy all the time. The Pikachu tail. Do you believe Pikachu's tail has 'cause
lightning tail.
It has the black. Okay, but it's not about the lightning. It's always lightning. Does it have the black thing on the tip of the tail or no?
Oh,
Because I
there's
just
black
did
on this.
I
There's
just
black-
did this on this Jess
black on
girl's
the
tattoo.
tail. Black on the
I didn't
tail,
see that.
100%.
Many of us clearly remember the black detailing on the Pokemon tail. It's pure yellow.
Oh, so it's the black is just on his back?
No,
He has no black.
no, he only has black on the tips of his ears.
Oh, that's where it is. Okay, I was like, I know the little fucker
But
had
bro,
black
look
on
at-
him
look at
somewhere.
that. Tail.
I didn't remember any.
He
black
looks-
on it.
No, no one on the right. It's the one on the right, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah,
See,
100%.
you're
100,
bro.
150%.
generational gap.
Yeah.
But
I-
tattooing it, I fucking put the black thing on the tail. I'm sorry. It Mandela made me do it.
It looks cooler. Like the
Much.
the black
It's more aesthetically pleasing because it's not just yellow on yellow on
and
yellow.
it looks like a little more like gives it more edge.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so fruit of a loom or fruit of the loom?
Fruit of the loom.
I got them on.
Do
Fruit
you?
of the loom.
Yeah.
Fruit of the loom. 100%.
Oh yeah, no, but that's not even it. Does it? Okay, so hot fucking
Fruit
hermit
of
cookies.
the loom.
Okay, but does that friggin' bust those out, Big Daddy? Does it have a cornucopia? Does it have a cornucopia or no? Because I remember as a kid, I wasn't.
Is a
rich, so I couldn't
cornucopia like
afford that.
fruit?
That thing that holds
It
all
was
the
that
fruit.
one.
I
It was
know
that
it doesn't.
No, it's just it's just like a grape and a fucking apple and
Yeah, see, it's so weird. We're on different vibrational.
no, you know why I know that? Because I bought them blank for so long.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
These days though, did you ever have them as a kid? Because I specifically remember that big brown
Yeah,
cornucopia.
I had them
That's-
as a kid growing up, and that brown cornucopia always used to be there too.
Like they just don't look. Doesn't look the same
No,
without it. All
no.
that open fruit.
It's
Like,
the one on the right, right?
It was a banana.
See now, what if that's another label for a company, a food produce company or something?
But they would say that, bro. they just planted out the keener thing.
But
that
they
you
just
were
wanna
on.
fucking rock that Mandela, bro. They wanna, you know.
Yeah. Is it double stuff Oreo with one F or two Fs?
2F.
Two.
2F. It's 2Fs. How you gonna spell stuff with one F? That's not even.
It's Oreo.
Yeah.
I'm
I
trying
think
to
2Fs.
tell us there isn't actually our lives. Yeah, there's only one F. It's double stuff.
Interesting.
So they misspelt it.
Yeah, we have Oreos at the shop.
Oh, here's one for people. This one's crazy. C3PO has a silver leg. Do you guys remember that?
Who?
That dude's straight gold. The robot from Star Wars.
He's gold.
Oh, yeah.
He's
Yeah.
gold.
Even the
100
biggest Star Wars
100%.
fans and
But
Halloween
it's gonna
costume
say
sites get
silver.
it wrong. The robot isn't all gold. He has a silver right leg.
Oh yeah, that's weird.
But was there in any season? Because didn't that robot get blown up, or didn't he die at one point? And later on in the movies too.
Bro, I couldn't tell you, but he has a silver leg. And
So-
I remember that. Like, when you look at this picture, it looks photoshopped.
Let's see.
Look at that. Does that look real?
No.
No.
See, but that's what I'm thinking. Aftermarket.
Quick, like that.
Can I
No.
He's
see?
got an aftermarket leg.
No. No, the one on the right?
Yeah, that silver leg? No. He
That's
does not have a
weird.
silver leg. So the Mandela's pretty, you know what I mean? It's weird that the thing I like about it is that even last time, me, you, and him were all remembering different things. Usually it's just me or my girl bouncing things off each other, like chilling, watching them tripping out, shit like that.
Mhm.
But when it's like more people, like Meg, you,
Yeah.
we added one more person to it now,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, and she's good because she remembers all that nostalgia shit from a kid where I'm like, it's so foggy because I smoke so much weed and
Yep.
shit, where you can remember all that shit so vividly for some reason.
Well, that's what I'm saying too. Like, people that see this, if you guys comment, then we'll have even more input,
Yeah.
and we can
Yeah.
compare to see who
Yeah.
who believes what.
What's right in the Mandela?
So in the Forrest Gump there, they say life is like a box of chocolates. I remember that. Of
Mhm,
course,
mhm.
it never happened.
Mom always said life is like a box. Of
It's not-
chocolates.
What Forrest Gump, played by the amazing child molesting Tom Hanks, him and his wife moved to Greece where they decriminalized.
I know,
child
I know.
fucking fuck
I'm
all
not
that.
even gonna.
Bunch
I'm
of
not.
weirdos.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll stay off topic with that shit. Adrenochrome drinking sluts. Life was like a box of chocolates. We're regretting to all those Instagram captions or right now. So life was, not life is. So we're doing past tense because his mom's dead now. Life was like a box
That's
of
bullshit,
chocolates.
bro.
That's what it's saying. The actual
Mom always
he
said life.
if you listen closely,
Life
he
was like a
actually
box.
says-
Life was like a box of chocolates. It is.
Is or
Mama,
was
yeah.
though? Because if you say is in that same tone, it sounds the same.
Life was. I think it's life was like a box of chocolate. I'm pretty
Mama
sure.
always said.
Mama always said
Not
life.
says, right?
Yeah,
So what
Mama
does-
always
See,
said
I specifically
life
remember
was like
life
a box of
is.
chocolates.
So I don't know. I'm gonna need some input on that from the fucking podcasters fans.
Yeah, can you get
See
bring
this-
YouTube up?
Yeah, bring it up.
Forrest Gump.
We'll get a TV in here for you guys.
Yeah,
we'll
next
get,
time
We'll get it up.
Yeah, in the next week or two, I'm gonna do the live tattoo
Even if it's,
episode,
like, airplay it
and then we'll try
Mhm.
to
from my phone,
set it
like
up.
that.
Mhm.
So yeah, the next one we got the mirror, mirror on the wall from Snow White. It says either in fact the wicked witch or the wicked queen says magic mirror on the wall. Yep, our childhood was ruined. So not mirror, mirror, magic mirror.
We
on the
did.
wall.
Remember, you and your sister had
Magic
this
mirror on the
conversation.
wall.
I remember
Wall,
having
who's
this
the prettiest
conversation.
Do you remember that show back in the day where that lady would pull out the mirror and she was just like a bee and she'd say your name at the end of it? It
No.
was like a Canadian show, and they'd like, it was not Fred Penner, not Mr. Dressup, not any of those, but it was like a lady, and she dressed up like a bee. And at the end, she pulled out like this magic mirror, and she'd say she could see your face,
No.
and she'd say like, "Hi Scott, hi Ryan."
Yes.
Do you remember
I do
that?
remember
Oh,
that.
bro, she said my name one time. My grandma sent it. Ah,
I don't remember that.
No?
Oh no.
How old are you?
I wanna say
34. I don't know why.
Yeah,
I looked
you
at-
should. You should remember it, bro. It was that
There
age.
was like
That's
Romper
creepy.
Room.
I remember Romper Room.
See, older
Outdoor.
people will remember this for sure, because like my mom used to.
If I seen it, I'd probably
I could
fucking
just
like
remember
Fred
the lady
Penner.
dressed
I
up like-
remember
yeah.
like all that shit. I remember.
Well, that's
You
where I
always
got.
wanna find that one thing.
When people say, because you know how my Instagram's word to the Bizzard, and everybody always thinks it's a friggin'
Snoop Dogg reference.
Family Guy.
Oh,
Word to
okay.
that song.
Yeah,
Everybody was saying,
yeah.
But it's Fred Penner.
Okay.
Remember the word bird used to
Yeah,
fly
yeah.
over every day and drop a word, and he'd explain it to you and read it, and then
Yeah.
make a song about it.
Yeah.
That's me. Word to the bird.
Yeah.
So when people are like, oh, they always sing that song, I'm like, nah, dude, you don't know Fred Penner. Like,
Yeah.
Word to the bird is deeper than
Yeah,
Family
yeah,
Guy. Like
yeah.
that's
Yeah.
so. But yeah, that's a little insight on the word to the Bizzard.
That's awesome.
Yeah, man. I fucking loved Fred Penner as a kid. The Luke, I Am Your Father one, of course.
That one is weird because I remember I don't know if he actually says Luke.
I don't know.
Because there's the thing, he might say Luke, but I feel like it's a couple sentences before, because it's like he's like doing that breathing shit, and it's really chopped up sentencing.
We're all big into friggin' what's that? Hannibal Lecter. What was that movie? Silence of the Lambs.
Yeah.
Right? I was huge. That
Yeah.
was a great movie.
Right here. I was right.
What's he say?
No, this was the other one. Oops. It's Romper Room.
Oh, is that what the show's called?
Yeah, she's got her little mirror, and there's the person dressed as the bee.
Yes, dude, that is it.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
Okay.
dude, that was such a
Yeah.
good show. They'd say your name at the end.
That's so creepy.
Yeah.
That was the best. But do
Yeah.
you guys remember it as "Hello, Clarice"? Hello, Clarice, or "Good morning"?
I think it's hello.
What is this?
Not
from?
he doesn't. He's
Silence
not
of
even
the Lambs.
Clarice.
Oh.
Not even Clarice though. It's "Hello, Clarice," but he says in reality he says "Good morning." Not even Clarice, just "Good morning."
That's weird.
I remember that creepy "Hello, Clarice."
Yeah.
Good morning. Hey.
Like you wonder if they're like outtakes or some shit that got loose.
Imagine that. We were seeing like fucking banned films.
I think that just shut off.
There's the Of the World one right there, man.
Oh.
Oh, and your favorite song, The Mandela Effect, is here to ruin that. We all think Freddie Mercury belted out Of the World at the end of We Are the Champions, but it never happened. However, Ryan, you're in on this too. I knew it. However, Freddie does use the words at the end of the song during the band's famous Wembley Stadium performance.
So he does do it.
Huh.
And then there's
Ah!
a live
So like you just said about the movie. It's like maybe we're seeing a cut scene.
It's true, right? Like, yeah.
Huh.
Here's the.
Because you know, and you've heard that, and it's not even that it was like one of them things where I was like, maybe music is done so many times, like,
Yeah.
it's like we're subjectively putting things in our head
Mhm.
that we think was there, but it's just like a reference
What
to like
sounds
the
correct,
peanut,
right?
yeah, the peanut guy on the Monopoly guy, and like just like
Size,
little fucking
hats
nuances.
and everything, right? The same pose. Not
little
even the same
nuances,
pose, yeah.
right? Over 10 years, you take fucking 5 things.
What is it?
Speaking of Monopoly, I always thought the Monopoly guys posing like a peanut. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, but the thing is
Life was life.
the thing is though, even if we remember it as the other way, it's got to be that way. That's how the Mandela effect works,
Yeah,
right? Like
100%.
People are sure they have the Berenstain Bear books.
Yeah.
And then they
Yeah.
go back and they actually say Berenstain and
Yeah.
fucking rivets their world.
Yeah.
There was a story on Reddit, I think, where this lady had the movie of Shazam. Like she owned it. I own this movie. Posted a picture of the case and everything, and when she played the movie, it was Kazam. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like it was that movie in the case. Yes. Yes.
That's fucked up.
Right?
That's so cool,
Yes.
bro.
So like
Yeah. Yeah.
people go back and find their stuff. I have people all the time. They're like, "Oh, I have those books from when I was a kid. I'm gonna find them." Well, if you said that to me, find them and show me some proof.
Yeah, let's
But-
go.
Like stuff like that, man. It's the Of the World part and the Luke, I Am Your Father ones just rattle me to my bone. Like I'm not a Star Wars guy, but every single counterculture movie, oh Luke, I am your father. They always, you know.
That's
what, I mean?
what the line is.
Yeah, but it's not. It's I am your father.
And I bring that one up because I swear that's the same thing, man. I bet you he says like Luke fucking 3 sentences or a sentence before,
Mm-hmm.
and then it's like I am your father. Sorry, I can't do Darth Vader's voice.
How many states are in the U.S.?
52?
That's exactly what I think. There's 50. Obviously. The correct answer is 50, obviously. But some American and foreigners say 52.
Wasn't there 52 stars on the fucking flag? How many
Don't they
stars are
say
on the flag?
52 states, all 52 states, when they say it? Like,
Yeah,
that sounds
I swear
like...
They, do, yeah.
They don't say 50 states.
Well, yeah. Now, did some of these states get into some debates and end up taking over the other state, or maybe they
Do they count Alaska?
Yeah, we should own Alaska.
Bro, just get over
And then
it.
you know how last week you showed me that video of Sinbad in the genie suit? It says right here, This one, perhaps the most bizarre of all. Several people can attest that they distinctly remember seeing the comedian in a movie called Shazam. Or Kazam, I'm not sure that I'm saying that. It's not. Many argue confusing this memory with the Kazam starring Shaquille O'Neal. Sinbad has never played a genie.
I know. That's the fucked up part. And I showed you that clip.
The little boy, the blonde boy.
I
That's
showed
what I
you that
remember.
clip.
That's what I remember. His dad was like a movie producer or some shit.
But what I feel like was that was a promo for something. We seen that. That was a fucking commercial.
But we didn't. There wasn't even internet and stuff back then.
No,
when I
on
was a kid.
TV.
Yeah, what did I say when I watched
It was a commercial or something, man.
That
It
never got made?
Yep, or like an NFL fucking
But it's saying
thing.
he never
was a
played
pirate
it.
It was a
A
It was a
pirated movie?
No, because Sinbad played a pirate, and
Uh-huh.
he looked like he was dressed in that same fucking outfit.
he comes out of a fucking bottle at the beginning of that clip, bro.
Is that
He
for
comes
real,
out of
A genie
a
bottle.
though? Is it
fucking
real?
lamp.
Who-
Lamp?
What's
Lamp?
real?
Is
Though?
that what they're called?
Is this real? Let's not go there. All right. Like,
You said it deep fakes or something. That's what Lambo said.
oh
yeah, we went home and we put
Yeah.
time into that, man. That's what I mean.
Yeah, because it said it was like a commercial, like it was a preview
Yeah.
at the beginning of that movie for his movie, like the Sinbad movie.
Okay.
And people are getting it confused.
Yeah,
because
but it
it's
was
the
like
same
it was
thing.
like
And he's
actually
dressed the same.
he was actually dressed in Buddy's costume. And it was like a fucking
When he played a pirate, he looked like a genie the way he was dressed.
yeah, I don't fucking know.
I know. It's fucking
Mandela effect right
really,
there.
man.
Case closed. Boom. Done.
That's it.
We just fucking cracked the Mandela.
No. We didn't because we thought we were doing well, and then we got right back to the one where it fucks your whole brain up.
Yep.
Because it's the Shazam one. It is the one.
I kind of think Mandela's a little bit like we were just talking about, like swapping out what your brain wants, kind of thing, like little
It is.
pieces from other stuff, and then
It
people
is.
though their brain doing the same thing, so you have that agreement, right?
It
It's
is.
like the peanut and the Monopoly guy, because I always thought the Monopoly guy was posing like the peanut, not running.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're drunk.
Yeah, it's so
How
weird.
many
I never
planners?
thought
How many
that.
planners? Fucking
A lot of
cashews you eat,
planners,
dog?
But
Not
it's one of
many,
them
I
things,
guess.
though, right? Where you're just like putting all the little things together, though, right? And I bet you there's another person out there that thought he was probably doing that or something, right?
Well, and there's probably a fucking commercial or something where
Yeah. It's
the
just
Monopoly guy does have
Yeah.
a fucking
Just
stick. Because I
incorporate,
feel
right?
like I've seen him dancing in a thing with the stick. You know what I mean?
I feel like that was that old guy from that amusement park, Five Flags.
Those commercials
Yeah.
were sick, dude. I wonder if that guy's still alive.
I forgot all about
It was
that.
probably just someone in a suit,
Probably, yeah.
like a Johnny Knoxville fucking grandpa, bad grandpa type shit.
Mandela. It was actually a woman in the suit.
So I don't know. Like I'd like some input from some of my friends because I don't tattoo
He says no.
everybody.
I am your father. Not Luke, I am your father. He says,
Is that what he
no, I am your father.
Yeah, he does. You're right. Yeah. He said you killed his father. No, I am your father.
Well,
Bullshit!
yep.
You just ruined my fucking teens.
Star Wars.
God damn it.
And the other thing is outside of like if we're going back to the CERN thing there for a quick second. If
No,
you know
let's
what-
talk about CERN.
If you know what
Google CERN. Bring that up.
if you know what Ganesh is like the warrior god for the I don't know. You know, she's got 8 arms and they're all holding a sword and 2 of them have heads in each sword. Well, they have a fucking 60-foot solid steel sculpture of that in the CERN fucking courtyard. And if you watch a YouTube video, they're doing like this ritual dance around it and like hoods and all this crazy shit.
Mm-hmm.
So, you know what I mean? Like, why would you need to find the Big Bang? Why would you need it? What are you proving? That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, you're that. No, you're right. Clearly
We're
because they're
already here.
trying to
It's
figure
already
out.
happened.
Yeah, but humans aren't content, right?
I don't think we're.
I'm not
from a
saying-
Big Bang. We were put here by someone who's fucking up there, and we're just a thought pattern in all of this. We're not. It could be ones and zeros. It could be a giant playing with toys. This, you know what I mean?
100%.
I don't believe
I honestly
2
think
particles banged together and then over millions of years turned into people. I just don't believe that. I think if that was the case, then we'd be able to take a family of chimpanzees and watch that family evolve over generations. We'd be able to take a dad and he'd have kids, and then they'd have kids, and then they'd have kids. And by being with other people, we'd be able to watch the.
But don't we kind of do that with genetics, like with dogs and with like animals and like that kind of stuff? Like we don't.
But you've never seen a dog evolve into a person.
No.
That's what I'm saying. With those monkeys, they started out as a
Well-
molecule, and then now they're us.
Because I think you're looking at evolution as like a fast miracle that can be controlled or something.
I don't think the Earth is as old as they say it is. I don't think that. I think that all the stuff that happened only happened a little while ago, not hundreds of thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
Maybe like 500 years ago.
Well, yeah, because they say fucking what the big how many billions of years is old is the Earth?
Who knows?
Do they know?
I don't know.
Or when was AD?
Well, they find gears. They found like mechanical gears that were 2 million AD before God and shit like that. You know what I mean? So
They say Earth is 4.5 billion years old.
4.5 billion years old.
and that's just a good speculative number because someone in 1960 was like, "Hey, the Earth is round, and here's how old it is."
Yeah. It's all no, I know. It's all
Because
and
before
it's
that-
all it really comes down to like all based off of what if you because it's like if you go back and like look at the numbers and if the numbers don't work, then none of it works,
That's right, and the numbers don't work.
right? So and that's like what this someone
But the
said.
thing is they created space before they created a means to get there. They created the idea
Yeah,
of space
yeah.
before there was a plane
But I feel
or before there was a rocket.
isn't that what like a hypotenuse is?
Yeah, it's a theory.
It's like a theory and then
Hypothesis?
or hypothesis or whatever, and then there's
But then after
Sorry.
your hypothesis
sorry.
is proven,
That's why you're here, right?
After your hypothesis is proven wrong on more investigation, they should change that.
But isn't it first? Yeah, right. Isn't it first though? Like that's how I don't know science that well,
you
right?
make a hypothesis
and then you try
try
and
to prove it.
try and
Yeah.
figure it out or
Yeah.
whatever.
the scientific fucking
Yeah.
structure or whatever.
I just fucking evolution's crazy because I kind of look at weed, right?
Mhm.
I kind of base a lot of shit like with plants and stuff, you know, and with cannabis, like we get the whole like I've got a project going on that's probably gonna take me like I might not even be able to be content with the project before I die,
Mhm.
kind of deal, right?
Yeah.
But I want to like land race something for my backyard,
Mhm.
which is like making it like I gotta naturally leave it alone and let it selectively breed itself and like evolve itself to like be stronger in my backyard.
Mhm.
Essentially, is what I'm trying to do. But I'm gonna let it do its own thing, right? Like by like selective, strong will survive, and
Mhm.
you know, So if you say look at Earth being however long, you know, and shit chugging along, right? Look at the telephone game, right?
Mhm.
How would we be able to get a clear depict message of like this is what happened, or this is how it happened, or this is
And the
over
winners,
so many-
always get to tell the story too. They're gonna tell the best version of themselves. They're not gonna be like, "So that other guy kicked their ass, but we
Fuck
came
yeah.
back in the end." They're
Fuck
gonna be
yeah.
like, "We fucked them up the whole time.
fuck yeah,
Fuck those guys.
fuck yeah, right?
So and they said that I might have said that last time. They say that you can rewrite history with 2 generations.
Yeah,
That's it.
yeah.
If I was to believe something and then tell my kid 10 years, she's gonna tell her kid, and in our realm, that's belief.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're gonna believe what your parents say, whether they're fucking kooky or not.
Yeah.
Until you can decipher that that's kooky shit.
Yeah, 100%. You're on your own.
Yeah.
And it's that's why it's so hard because it's like some of me believes in evolution, but then some of me's like I don't not believe in aliens.
Here's
I
how I
believe in
believe
fucking
in-
aliens and shit too. It's such a weird like
The proof of evolution for me is not to bring up Darwin and that silly stuff, but
Yeah.
Darwin took monkeys from the Swiss Alps, okay, and he took them to the Nevada desert. These monkeys developed a call for rattlesnakes
Mhm.
that they'd never made before. He'd watched them and blah blah blah. So
Mm-hmm.
they made a call for rattlesnakes. When he took that sound back that the monkeys made and played it to the monkeys in the mountains, they had no idea what the fucking sound was.
100%.
because those monkeys had higher evolved
100%.
to warn the other monkeys there.
100%. And that's what I'm talking about
So
the
I
wheat.
believe that evolution happens, but I don't believe that boom and then there was people.
I agree with that.
I believe that there's some divine intervention going on here, whether it be Jesus or your aliens or whoever.
Yeah.
There was some help here.
Yeah.
You got to think about it along the technological forefront of years of things have happened. For 250 million years, they didn't have fire. It was dark,
Mhm.
the Dark Ages. Boom, someone found fire, and then 100,000 years from then, they had computers. You got to look at it.
Well, the alien fucking thing, like, look at when they found the first fucking spaceship or whatever you want to call it, we all of a sudden went from being able to fly dog shitty fucking planes that couldn't even fucking. Do you know what I mean? Like, these motherfuckers, half of them that knew they were going up didn't even, we're going to get hit by another plane. Their plane wasn't going to make it. They're going to run out of gas. They're going to fucking, these were shitty machines,
Yeah.
you know?
The Wright brothers.
Bro, we went from that to fucking space.
Allegedly.
Well, by ourselves. I don't believe,
What,
I don't,
time frame,
no,
100 and some
dude,
years?
whatever, the technology, okay, so even if you don't do that, we went from like, fucking, look at the fucking, like, the jets and the fucking shit they started making after that time frame.
Reverse engineering.
After
technologies.
Hitler, you know what I mean? Like, basically
For
after
real.
fucking Hitler, bro. When they fucking, and like, you could say the war was whatever what it was over, but I feel like it was over aliens. Technology.
Yeah,
Like,
that's why they built the base in Alaska, and that's why they maintained it.
100%. 100%. Now, that's a way cooler story, though, than what we're taught in school.
Yeah.
So it's like one of them fucking things. Like, I really don't, I know what I want to believe, and I know that I don't know what to, like, you can't really believe anything because it's all,
The
we're
thing
told
I
so many
believe is
different things.
they're gonna tell us so much about space. You know what I mean? They're gonna tell us the planet sizes, how fast they travel, blah 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 blah. But they know 13% of our oceans here on Earth. They don't know what's in the bottoms. They don't know what's living down there. They don't know this. They don't know that. And we can explore that. You know what I mean? So they're gonna keep our eyes off of our own shit because who knows what the fuck's down there. And they're gonna tell us it's all up in space where we'll never know anything.
Endless fucking.
You only know what they tell you about space. You and I could rent jet suits and things and head down and check out some shit with some training. You know what I mean? We'd never train enough to get to space.
Well, and I
It just
wondered,
wouldn't happen.
I wondered too, like, on a, this is like a different kind of viewpoint on it, but like, for like, people, it's like easier to trick people about space than it is about the water. So it's like there's more money in space than
That's
there is
right.
with the water because we'll never actually know.
That's right.
Where the water, we can
No.
just go for a
The
swim.
water's right beside us. Water's right beside us,
We just go for a swim, man. You know.
And you see
but people, like,
you see
don't
those
care.
Crazy videos of stuff that washes up on shores all the time.
Yeah.
And scientists are boggled. What is this? What is this?
Well, look at that fucking squid thing they saw on that fucking oil rig, like
Yeah.
700 meters in the water. It was like this fucking squid that was like 2 miles long or some shit.
Yeah. Well, if you watch that
It's a fucking, like-
Steven Spielberg's Journey to the Bottom of the Mariana Trench,
Yeah.
like the darkest place, they had a ship that had so much compression that it would have crushed the human bones like powder. They were down there heading down, it's pitch black abyss, and a fucking mermaid hand slaps the glass. Like a full webbed hand. You can bring this up. Yeah. And they're miles down. Like the pressure's so immense that your eyes would pop out of your head and your bones would be dust. And a hand slaps the glass.
Wow.
Yeah. So
Well, the coolest thing, you know what? Did you know that they? So this is way off topic, but kind of on topic. Did you know dolphins, when they're in the womb, take the shape of a human? So
whoa.
yeah,
That's
dude.
crazy. I
This
never knew that.
So this is real. This is real shit. So when a dolphin grows in the womb, they actually grow legs and fucking arms,
Whoa.
and then they revert back in and turn into fins and tail.
Maybe
That's
maybe a
that's why
preemie-
they
a
think that's why they
preemie
think
dolphin.
dolphins like at one time walked on fucking on land and
That's
and
crazy.
could breathe fucking oxygen.
Maybe
and
there's
shit.
preemie
Well, they,
born
And
they,
that's-
they can decipher their communication tones and actually
They're one of the smartest,
words
like,
out of
water
it.
They're
animals.
they're yeah.
Yeah, they're like one of the smartest fucking.
Well, they want to say that about the gorilla because it can drink a can of Coke and do sign language.
I think the thing a gorilla's got.
But the
Stop.
gorilla shit's really cool too, dude.
Yeah.
Because the chimps, like, there's a lot of shit. Like, I was listening to Joe the other day, and he was talking about these. I think it's the Congo, but there's these chimps, like giant chimps
Mhm.
that are like 6.5, 8 foot chimpanzees
Wow.
that walk. They're ground dwellers, bro.
Well,
they don't even
Are they
climb
the ones
trees.
with the knives and the swords and shit?
I don't know.
I heard about that too. I
I
heard
don't-
about like
They might be
the group of fucking giant monkeys killed like a group of
humans.
yeah, and took all their weapons, and now they like guard their place with knives. Monkeys with knives.
I can
and
see.
shit. Like,
That's fucking wild, bro.
why would you use your hands if you saw somebody using a knife
Yeah,
and you can
yeah,
learn? It's evolution,
Yeah,
right?
but apparently these chimps are like that. They're like, this is what we came from, and if you don't believe that there's Bigfoot, you're fucking crazy because
Yeah.
these are Bigfoot.
Yeah.
Like this is what these are. Like, so.
Bigfoot with weapons now.
Well, I don't know. They didn't say anything about the weapons or anything like that, but fucking basically that they were like 7 foot, 6 to 8 foot chimps that walk and they're ground dwellers. These things don't climb trees. Like they're so deep.
I remember I
They're
was
so
there
deep in the
watching that
jungle.
episode.
Like the natives know about them and stuff, and they have two different. There's two different names for the chimps out there. There's the tree ones, and then the fucking giant ground ones. And they're like the ground ones, like you don't go anywhere fucking near. Like
Well, I've also heard stories on like the Sasquatch videos I watch where like native people would go and leave fruits or vegetables
donation,
and stuff
yeah.
like that, and then they would come back and that stuff would be gone and there'd be furs.
See 45 seconds.
You know
Those
what
are
I mean?
old, yeah, like the old pioneers.
And then
stories, yeah.
people would be like, "Well,
See.
who are you trading with?" And he'd be like, "I don't know. I've never seen them.
Yeah.
I leave, they leave, and it's an agreement."
Yeah. See, and you hear a lot of old, like now in this horror stories, like when settlers started coming
Mm-hmm.
around,
Mm-hmm.
and it makes you wonder because they're encroaching on this,
Mhm.
right? Because you hear like beastly creatures like ripping people
And
apart,
people see
like,
them more now because they're embarking to build houses everywhere.
Yeah, there's no corner you can't really hide anymore.
That's right. You
It's
know what I
like-
mean? Like people build houses out in the middle of the woods now, rich people, so that they can, and that's where that shit's gonna happen.
Yeah.
So
Well-
they're pushing them closer to cities and closer to
Yeah.
populated areas, I believe.
And you're telling me that like there's like you look at the people in the Andes and there's like fucking it was crazy, man. 3,000 different tribes
Mhm.
like up in the Andes Mountains and shit, and these people like do not live in society.
Yeah.
And there's like you're like what?
Yeah. Oh, I watched.
There's
I watched
how
one where
many
there
of
was
these?
A whole family of they lived. I can't somewhere in a mountain, and they all crawl. None of them have evolved to walk. They all walk on all fours.
That's wild.
Yeah. They were like Romania or one of those crazy gypsy places, and they live in a house in the hills.
That's
And
insane.
like it's easier for them to walk up the hills and shit like that,
Yeah.
leaned over. So they literally
just-
walk on all four all the time. And their
That's
like joints
wild.
have bent so that they're
Yeah.
it's crazy, dude.
Over time they can
You want to talk evolution?
Yeah. Yeah.
It's
What's-
all
is
over,
it
but
evolution or your body just like adapt?
it's de-evolution. Yeah, adaption.
Yeah.
That would be a great
Well-
argument for evolution,
Because
though.
look at fish though, right? Because there's times
Things
where
adapt.
fish, and then when the fish, like the water swelled down or dried up, right? So the fish took their gills from the outside to the inside
Yeah.
of the body, and then they developed legs to be able to. There's
Yeah,
lizard-like creatures to be able to walk.
Well,
right?
that is
it's evolution and adaptation,
Yeah,
depending
like-
on what route you
I
want to
figure-
take,
I
right?
figure evolution is like
Both.
like you say, how did we get here's more evolution, and it's like the adaptation I find is like what started us.
You
made
can't
us
say that though,
backwards.
because then you're saying so we got here, but then we stopped evolving.
yeah.
You can't say
Well, like what you said earlier, what the first being on Earth, right? Or like the first thing on Earth is what I think.
No, but and you also have to look at like the rapid of like how many humans there are, communication, and all of those things, right? So of course humans aren't like we're not gonna seem like we're evolving as much now because
No, we're always adapting.
it's all
though. Humans are
technical
always
these days with
adapting,
us.
yeah.
It's all
Right?
technical.
like
Or Ninja Warrior shit. You see those guys? Like those guys they have physically evolved.
yeah,
You know what I mean?
and I don't think that you see because evolution, like I was saying to you, is like it's not a speedy like miracle of a thing that we understand. Like
Mhm.
it's a thing that like yeah, you adapt every year to your climate and to where you are, but over a fucking 150 years or 500 years, you evolve.
Mhm.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I get what you're saying.
Like we're adapting.
But there's only so much adaptation before it's just normal, and then you're
Yeah.
just making better and better and better and better.
Yeah, you know, like it's one of them things. Like, and you don't evolve for the better. You know, like right now, if you think about like sickness and all that kind of shit, and like people,
Civilization, we're devolving.
that's what I
At
mean.
the hand of the government.
Yeah,
You know?
for sure.
Businesses, families,
Yeah.
God.
Yeah.
All of it. It's
Yeah.
all being put on the back burner to fear.
And even people that you know, just as the standards, there's no like way like prime example, man, is that fucking crazy. I don't know if I talked about this. The Kenyans. So you know the Kenyans always win
Is that
gold
why you wore that shirt?
in the Olympics. Show my roots. No, he's the one from Papua New Guinea, bro. Not
No.
me, dog.
Those guys
Not
are
from
cannibals.
Papua New Guinea.
Those guys are cannibals.
Papua New Guinea.
Papua
Where?
New
No,
Guinea.
where did you say? Isn't
Guyana.
that Guyana? Oh, sorry. My
Oh
bad.
yeah, that's
sorry,
where all
bud.
the sex line
Sorry,
calls are from. When I was a kid, I made like 300 and fucking crazy amounts of dollars to sex phone calls. 1-900 fucking wet pussy and shit. And it went to my grandma's phone, and it was like fucking from Grenada. And that place you just said Guyana. I was like, holy fuck, those girls didn't sound black.
Yeah.
But whatever. That's the life.
Fuck, I was saying. Oh yeah, those Kenyans. I don't know where the fuck I was gonna end up going with that, but they go through this crazy ass ritual, right? Oh, that's called evolution and picking. So we breed cannabis, right? We breed and that kind of shit. It's selective breeding. We breed dogs. It's selective breeding. Everything humans touch, we selectively breed, except for us.
Well, now they're doing that.
Well, we should.
Now they're doing that. You can see if the baby's going to be handicapped or gay, or you can add a chromosome and make it blonde. Or
Well, in theory, like we're at a point, like
I don't think that's good.
no, I don't think it's good.
I think it's okay that we've evolved to the point where we can, but I don't think it's a good thing.
No. I don't mean like it's good to like start adding fake shit into people, but I mean like
You're not adding fake shit. You're creating fake shit.
or that's what I mean.
Like you're taking a black-haired
Like-
baby and making it blonde.
Yeah, like why wouldn't you just like well that I think that's kind of like a little too much, but I'm just meaning like healthy gened people as opposed to like
you got to think about that. Like when
I know it sounds fucked up.
When you say that, you sound like Hitler.
Oh no, I know.
I own like if we should only breed the healthy babies, and it does sound like our responsibility because who wants to see a baby die or suffer? But it's not.
No, but you wouldn't even have to fucking get to that point if the two people breeding were. That's all I'm getting at. Like, and I'm not saying that it's a weird thing, right? Because I look at everything else, right? And I don't think, and I'm fair. Like, I'll talk on this shit.
Yeah.
Like, I really will because I feel this is where we're at now with how many people are on the earth, and which where you can't sustain the way we're doing this.
Exactly, and they're going to
100%.
try to make people even more perfect. So,
Well, it's better to have,
no, it's not because we need those sick people to die so that the circle keeps going. If we just have all healthy, blonde-haired, blue-eyed fucking warriors.
I don't mean it like that.
But you know what I mean. In
Yeah.
an example,
Yeah.
I'm not saying you're fucking the Third Reich.
Yeah.
But if we only had people that were established as the top tier,
Yeah.
then we just go lower and lower and lower and lower until it's only the best of the best people left. You know what I mean? If you look at it that way.
Well, I just mean sickness. Like, so
Yeah,
I don't
but
mean like
Sickness is like if we didn't have AIDS and we didn't have cancer. I'm sorry if you guys.
Well,
have
those
that,
are-
But
those
if we
are
didn't
not
have that,
that
we would,
anyways.
then we'd be way more populated than we already are. You know what I mean?
Oh, for sure.
So if
For sure.
I understand not wanting to bring babies in and let them live that horrible life. That
Yeah.
sounds selfish of me to say, but people gotta fucking die so that the circle keeps going.
Oh no, yeah, like death. Yeah. But that's like a whole fucking thing, right? Because you can look at that. Like right now, they're on a mission to make people, and we have been on a mission. Like fucking 40, 50 years ago, people didn't live to the age they live now,
No.
right? So now you're like, we need cancer and we need sickness to take people out. Well, it's like, or you just let people live their fucking lives, and people would die earlier and like that kind of shit.
Yeah, quit interfering with it genetically in turn at all.
At all.
Exactly.
You
Exactly.
know.
I totally agree with
Like,
that.
so there's different ways to look at it. Where I have a different outlook on just the whole like breeding side, and I think it's because I deal with a lot of seeds and shit,
Genetics.
and I deal with
Yeah.
genetics.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Where me, I only see it as like we need people to die so the circle keeps going.
Yeah.
don't
I
see-
grab that
you know,
concept.
I don't see it as like.
But you're also
who
talking.
has to die.
You're also talking to someone like Mag. I feel like Megan and I should be someone who should be recreating birth
Mhm.
and a new fucking, because we are actually like, we would teach a child proper, and I'm not saying that there's proper ways
I
and
know,
whatever,
yeah,
you know,
no, yeah.
it's just an opinion kind
Yeah.
of thing. Like, I'm going to set the kid off into the
Mhm.
world to like not take,
Mhm.
and to give back, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like that
have
kind
the
of
right
shit,
mindset.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, be fair to
Yeah.
people, because that's what I fucking think it should be, right? But we're not even having kids because shit's all fucked up. but you have other people having kids for money, and so they can eat and then feed more kids. I just feel like when we already are in this weird, fucked up fucking time frame, you know what I mean? And I feel like if humans were a little bit smarter, like that way with genetics, and they just understood like what that's actually doing, you know, to the future of everything, not just like whatever, you know. Like I wouldn't want to have a kid with someone I feel like who like I don't know, it's just a weird situation.
It is. It's a moral code because, like, you're sitting there saying you want people to live their life and be happy, and I'm sitting here saying I want them to die. But I don't. I don't really want them to.
No.
I just understand that we're already overpopulated, and
Yeah.
as soon as we start...
If people don't die, it's going to get a lot worse.
That's right.
It'd be a lot worse.
It would
things
be.
that
It
happen,
would
right? It's
be.
like-
And with that whole genetics thing, just like you, I like smoking your bomb-ass weed
Yeah.
because you find the best genetics to do it. I necessarily wouldn't want to room up with the best genetically modified person.
I get what you're saying.
You know what I
when
mean?
you say it back to me like that,
Yeah.
it sounds like, bro, you can't fucking do that with humans.
That's right. Exactly. It's natural selection.
right?
Right?
We don't talk, honey.
Yeah. Like,
You know,
I
like-
want to smoke the best weed
you
that
know.
you've taken time to find the seed, nurture, and grow, and
Yeah.
trim
When you
and
hear
cultivate.
it back,
But I
it's-
don't want to live with that seed.
That's the
I
crazy
just like
part,
look at
though.
everything though, because it's like we do dogs, we do chickens, we do everything we fucking touch. We
No,
like
it's like-
selectively
Yeah.
breed,
We're
except
all-
for ourselves.
And that falls down
we just
into,
go
like,
buck wild and let it fucking.
We're all bred into like that category for business though too, right? Some of us are gonna go to jails and make the money go around. You know what I mean? Some of them are gonna do. You're right. It's just like that whole business standpoint too. You got to have bad people too, right? It's fucked up.
The
But
ups
the way
and
the world
downs.
is right now too, right? It's like
You don't have to
weird.
have families bringing
No,
kids
no,
into
but it's-
welfare.
No.
not at all.
Like-
not at all. But it's the same reason why the wife can.
But
like
if
this
we
girl I
didn't,
know, why
but
is,
if we didn't have that, then
why is this
the,
girl like?
the wealth pockets of low class to middle to low class to wealth.
Is
there wouldn't be
Really, you think like
definitely 100%.
it's so fucked that we have to live
Social
in that
classes.
world?
It's crazy.
The social
so
classes,
fucked.
Yeah.
we would be bumped out of our social class to a higher social class because those people are only making babies to get free money.
Yeah.
And
not
I'm just gonna say, I actually knew, like I didn't know her, but a girl like I went to school with and everything in town, she must have had 6 kids and never worked.
No, bro, there's a
Well, you
lot of
gotta
them.
think about
I know,
that.
but that's like the thing.
We're
It's
in
like-
the
it's like a
area
capital-
of that.
It's like a capitalist
But again,
thing, though,
you
right?
got to
Like,
think
have a
about
baby.
this, guys. I grew up in that cycle.
Yeah.
Once you're there, you don't see this. You don't see
No.
that you could
You don't.
work and
That's
you
life.
see I have 6 kids and this is all I'm ever gonna do.
Then the parents
know,
pull
it's
them
a-
back into that cycle.
They
though, too,
live
right?
that
Well, that's-
cycle. They live that
They get the
cycle,
money
and
as a kid.
those kids are gonna do it. Those kids are gonna do it.
They
Yeah.
turn 18 and their
Like-
parents split their money with them, and then it's like a whole.
No, I
round
know,
thing,
and that's
right?
kind of what I was getting at with the whole selective breeding.
Yeah.
If people were selective, we probably wouldn't have a lot of that shit.
That's very true. It's
100%.
the ups and the
But that's
downs,
up to
right?
the-
Like, what do you want? What do you want out of life?
You know
really?
what though? I mean, you got to look at it like that. I should just shut the fuck up and be thankful that I wasn't born in China. I wasn't born in India. I wasn't even born in the States.
Mhm.
I got lucky enough to be born in a country where like you can actually like
You could
yeah
do all that cool stuff.
Yeah.
Before.
I own a shirt that I made.
Yeah.
We're
That's
sitting
what I
in a
mean.
spot that like we're
Talking our own
free
yeah,
world
we want it.
shit. Yeah.
Yeah, we are pretty blessed in that way. That's
Yeah.
for sure.
Fucking right. Sometimes I forget about that.
Mhm.
You know?
Yeah, well, they're trying to take it all the way.
No.
Right?
And that's the fucked
We're on
up
the
thing,
res,
too.
dog.
It's
They ain't
like-
taking shit.
that's like-
I'm just joking. Fuck the government though.
It's just crazy, though, that mindset, though, to be born into something, have no idea, and then it's like,
It's
like
just
North
the
Korea, for
cycle.
instance, though, right? It's like, we're all just as equal on this fucking earth, but it's like, that,
Yeah, but it'd
You know,
almost
it's
be much
crazy.
more bliss there because you don't know the other side.
that's the weird part.
Here
about it,
you're
right?
allowed to know the other side,
That's
right?
why I always think
Yeah.
about the Amish people. People are like, how do Amish live like that? Well, they don't know.
Yeah.
See,
They don't
Amish
know
is
for
very
Gangster
simple.
out
They
there.
don't know.
Yeah.
They,
Amish
they
is
work
all,
hard.
Amish is all cash money,
Yeah,
too, though,
that's
so it's
right.
like, they're just as shady, too, though, as shit.
Oh, yeah.
Well, it's
but-
aren't they super religious like Jebediah? Some churchy
and
bullshit
their-
like
and
the
their stuff is
dad's
shut down
got
due to COVID too.
like 10 wives, like,
They
and
shut-
they're all his
I
daughter.
don't know if they're polygamous. That's
Is-
Mormons.
See, now
Is
they're
that
massive
different?
into-
Okay,
it's
I'm just
see,
asking
but they're-
questions.
they're
I
big-
don't know.
Okay, but they're big into the breeding. But
They
they're
are.
big, so they'll have a girl like I know there's a couple families back by the camp or whatever, but the guy there's a family down in Pennsylvania, and he got their family, their daughters, whatever, to come up because they wanted to have kids.
Well, and this is what
And
it
now
is.
they live up
Okay,
there, right?
so now those motherfuckers don't live by the way of the phone and the shit. They live by the bush. So it's back to like the Sentinel and back to like the Kenyan people and the Kenyan tribes I was talking about. If you don't, so they go through, homie, they go through this test thing where they like have to sit in cold water for 24 hours, like ice water, and then they have to like get shit shoved in their fingernails, and then they have to like do this other shit, and
This
then
is in Kenya.
yeah, it's a ritual they have to go through.
Is it to become a man?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I know we took it's like triology
Okay.
in school.
Okay.
Psychology, sociology, and whatever.
Yeah.
Anthropology.
Yeah.
There's a tribe in Australia where they take your fucking dick.
That's just the same shit.
Oh, is it? And
Yeah.
they split it with the rock and then put you out in the woods and you have to survive as a man
Pretty-
with a fucking mangled.
That
fucker?
it's not as intense as that. This one,
Put your fucking dick back together and get yourself back after like a week in the woods. And
Yeah.
If you do, you're a man.
What a party!
Yeah.
They
What a way to
smash your
turn
fucking
18.
dick with a flint rock.
Yeah.
Like smash the head of your dick.
That-
Fuck!
that is insane.
Yeah, bro.
That's insane. So this one, they take a fucking like a sharpened wooden stick,
Chills.
Yeah.
and they circumcise them,
Mhm.
and they take the fucking flap and they tie it around their sack.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, it's in fucking tense,
Well, those
bro.
guys, the
Whole fucking
the
bacon wrap
Polynesians,
tenderloin.
like the big Hawaiian guys,
Yeah.
for them to become a men, they start tattooing above their belly button
Yeah.
and stop right at their ankles. So they do their fucking everything.
Yeah.
3-day ritual. The first day they do it all. The next day they come down, they wipe it down with salt and lemon.
What in the fuck?
Took like make sure everything's clean before they go again. They're doing this with teeth.
I'm
like
so
sharp teeth and
thankful
shit.
I'm fucking from Canada. Like,
So
guys
by
are
the
pretty
third day,
easy,
they're saying
bro.
they're hallucinating.
Oh, fuck
talking
yeah.
to like
Yeah.
elders, all
Yeah,
sorts.
100%. 100%. I believe that shit.
Like I'm not a man. I wear camo, but I don't do man shit.
No.
They
We
can
are
do
the
that.
softest
None of us-
baby
yeah, bro.
shit compared
Yes.
to some of these
Yeah.
people.
Yes.
Well,
Even
okay.
men around here,
So
I'm soft. As
No
fuck
one in
compared to these
Canada
guys.
has had their
Brano's
dicks
done
smashed.
some shit.
We're all soft, bro. If I get no one,
Yeah.
no one. If I
he was
ever-
just talking about his
Yeah.
dick being cut.
That's something like Jesus survives that shit. A guy getting his dick smashed.
They
up,
all
ain't
do
no
it
one
there.
in Canada.
They
If you
all
come
do.
to
No,
Canada,
so in
you're
this-
the toughest man.
So in
Canada.
this one, in the Kenyans,
Yeah.
it's not a man.
Oh.
It's
What, they do it to women too.
they do it to women too.
So what are they cutting their vag lips and tying them on their butt cheeks?
Yeah, they do a crazy ceremony to the women too. But what it's for is it's for your right to breed.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So if
Every
you
girl over there has a porn star.
so if
pussy.
you can't get through this, you're not allowed to breed.
Oh.
You're not allowed to because it's like they're live in the woods and shit. It's serious shit, right? It's like
Oh,
no fucking joke, man. They need the toughest
Mhm.
fucking people.
That's it, and that's what
That's-
you want.
Well, no.
That's what you're saying.
I'm just saying. I'm saying humans could have done. We could have done better. That's all I'm saying.
We
I
should've
got.
cutting lips from the beginning.
I don't
Coulda,
want.
shoulda,
I don't.
woulda.
I don't want. I'm glad I live in Canada, dog.
Me
I don't
too.
give a fuck.
Me too.
But I'm just saying.
Whatever happened to the old chastity belt? Like,
How did we actually come to live Idiocracy?
Mhm.
Like, how is that movie?
Because one guy ran
Like
away
another
from
couple-
that dream and
Another
he got
couple
out.
years, motherfuckers be thinking electrolytes grow plants,
Mhm.
and they don't, guys. I'm telling you right now, you need water.
Oh really? You can't use birth
You
control.
can't use birth
I
control.
heard you could just use birth control.
Facts.
Yeah, but that's why I'm on.
Okay,
flat
let's
Earth.
get off. Let's go on to DMT because I'm starting
Okay.
to sound like I'm Hitler.
Okay, can we take a break so I can pee?
Yeah, let's take a break.
I need to.
Let's
pee
take
real
a
Yeah,
break.
I want to make sure my dick's
And I'll
fine.
go over my DMT trip and then fucking.
How long
That's
have you been at this?
crazy.
An hour and a half.
Imagine mangled dick running around hunting 2 weeks of
That's what
rifle
I'm
season.
saying, bro. With a spear.
Fuck American Apparel, bro. This shit's
Bro, it was so comfy. Back
no,
in the
they
day.
dude. You put on one of them suits and
They still have it.
they're bougie.
Yeah, but American Apparel, Machete, OG days, big monsters.
Those shirts, dude. You put them on now and they're so slim fitting.
I know.
They're
They're
like-
like tummy tops. So
Yeah.
you get a large and it goes right up.
Yeah, yeah.
Because he does Gildan now. He does the Gildan Supreme rather than the fucking pre-stretched cotton.
Yeah.
So,
I know. See, in another, it's tough, man. Cause like when you're making like with sewing our stuff ourselves,
Mhm.
it's expensive.
oh, bro.
Like
I was getting my shit through the Twisted Mountie, Phil there.
Yep.
And I got, what did I get? 27 t-shirts or 35 t-shirts or something. It was like $2,000. But they sew every seam, you know, just like you. They're sewing the shirts.
Yep.
So you're not buying a Gildan or a Hanes
No.
or something.
No.
You get pre-shrunk cotton.
Yeah.
people wear it. Like, this is the most comfortable.
And
So-
it's handmade in Canada, right?
Yeah.
So you're paying like fair wages and like not. I don't know how he does it, but like with us, we're still buying fabric through a middleman.
Mhm.
Like it's different if I bought all my fabric from China
Yeah.
on massive containers,
Yeah.
but I'm buying like bolts, like a couple bolts or something, and you're paying retail on that, and then you got to mark up that. Plus, you're paying Canadian wages for someone to sew. So it's like, and I don't have a production facility, so I'm not like churning out
Mass
1,000
product.
pieces, right? No.
That's why it sells so quick.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah. But the beauty of doing it now is it's like now, yeah, it's gonna sell even quicker because you're making shit that you can't buy anywhere else, and no one else can like go to the site and order these,
Yeah.
and put their own shit on them, right? But that independent place, like it's the quality's there.
Yeah.
Like the hoodies are like a good quality for a fair price, and some of them have the softer
Fleece.
fleecy shit
Yeah.
on, but you can buy other ones that don't, right? Like they have premium ones, they have all different
I've never
types.
got a Frosty thing and been like, oh, this quality sucks. You know, it's always good stuff.
We-
That's what I wear chilling at my house every day.
Yeah.
I'm not like a big pot guy in the open.
yeah.
I don't like wear
Yeah.
clothes all the time, but
Yeah.
around my house, that's what I wear.
I try and keep it too. It's not so weedy.
Yeah, the Cushland stuff was wicked. I like that
Yeah,
a lot.
yeah.
It's still weedy,
That's
but
weedy
it's,
as fuck.
but it's like it's
Yeah.
gangster weedy. It's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
pot leaves with alien heads.
No.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like that stuff's so cliche.
Yeah.
Like I'm more of like a fresh
Yeah.
Cushland
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I like that vibe a lot.
Cool. Yeah. I just like the fact that now we're getting into the custom shit.
Mhm.
Because then it's like a couple years from now, it's gonna be so sick.
Oh,
Once I'm gonna get this fucking Glowforge thing, and so it's like a laser engraver cutter. Fuck, dude, you can like, we'll be able to put logos on food.
mm-hmm.
Fucking, you can do. So
It's
once I get
endless.
that thing, bro, it's gonna get fun, like real fun. But I gotta get I want to rent like a factory, like bigger than we need. I need more room than this.
Yeah. You know, the My Storage in Belleville, I had an indoor skate park in there. Remember when I had my own indoor skate park?
yeah,
That's a big unit. It's heated. It's got electricity. It'd be perfect.
Hmm.
Set up some tables around and just do stop, boom, boom, boom.
Hmm.
It was big. It was like 30 by 20 by 30. It was like just under a couple hundred square feet, and it's tall.
Yeah.
Like if you need racks or shelving or anything, like
Yeah.
it's be your spot.
Interesting. Yeah, because that's. I think after this winter, I'm gonna try and get out of here and into, just so we can silk screen and I can have more shit.
Mhm.
Yeah. Make our own fantasy factory.
Fuck yeah.
Have like the podcast. Have like a legit studio in there where we can like have this all set up and it all stays there.
Just build another building on the res then, because Belleville fucking insurance on this and that and blah blah blah.
I would love to do that, bro, but I'm like, where in the fuck am I gonna do it? Like, land out here is more expensive now than it is to go
Yeah.
and get something in
Yeah, but
Belleville.
it's because you can be free here. You can still do things. The
It's true.
rules are few here.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Not that it's a good thing, but if I had opened a tattoo shop here, there's no health board, there's no nothing.
No, I
You
know.
could just be a dirty old critter out here.
There's no bylaw,
Yeah,
so there's
You-
no bylaws.
it's like let's just open up a critter shop.
That's the beauty.
A scab palace.
Yeah, that's the beauty of it.
So
DMT?
yeah, okay. You ever done it?
No,
No?
but I'm
No.
super intrigued, man.
So
Super
the
intrigued.
DMT, what happened was I did it once when I was a kid, and there's different levels of DMT, which I didn't know until I met the spiritual healer. So there's like an N and N DMT, then there's like an ayahuasca, and then there's like a spiritual DMT. I'm not sure what you'd call that one. So when I was a kid, I did the first one. It was kind of like a trip. I walked down a cloudy tunnel. My friend had to tell me to keep breathing. Like I was so in the trip that you're like out of your body.
Mhm.
I was walking down a tunnel. There was clouds. I could see people's legs and feet. I'm a shoe guy. Like when I meet people, the first thing people are like, oh, I look at their eyes. I look at blah, blah. I look at people's shoes.
Mhm.
That's just me. I'm a materialistic cunt. If you got nice shoes, like bam, bam, those are sick. Right? So I'm walking down the tunnel. I can see people's shoes I recognized as a kid. And they were like reflecting on some of the not so nice things I did, right? So when I came out of the DMT as a kid, I was still so ignorant to the fact of growth that it was just kind of like, holy fuck, that sucked. Those people didn't like me, you know?
Yep.
So as I grew a little bit older, last year I got a message from a person. He was like, hey, have you ever done any DMT tattoos? And I was like, that's fucked up. There's DMT tattoos. And they're like, so it's like a flaming body with
Yeah.
like,
Is it the visuals they show? Okay,
it's just like the craziest
Yeah.
rainbow.
It almost looks infrared.
Yeah, it's
Weird.
all sorts, right? So I was like, no, I've never done that. I was like, I've done DMT, like I do acid, I do mushrooms, because I like to do that stuff.
Mhm.
I like to eat a good half ounce of mushrooms, shut off all the lights, lay down, where your legs stop working, you don't hear fuck all. And like I've talked to dead best friends. I've hung out with my friend Brooke. I've hung out with my friend Drew. It's creepy to say to people that can't experience that, but I have.
Mhm.
I've talked to those fucking people. So when he approached me, he's like, well, you don't do the art. Have you ever done DMT? And I was like, oh, fuck yeah, bro. I'm Mr. DMT.
Mhm.
Did it when I was a kid. Fucking been there, done that.
Yeah.
He's like, well.
Have you done the real
Yeah,
DMT?
he's like, well, if you want, I'll heal you. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, Mr. Materialistic, I got nice shoes. I own my house. I got dirt bikes. You're not healing me, bro.
Yeah.
But thank you.
Yeah.
And I'm going out to this guy's house to get fucked up.
Mhm.
I got fucked up when I was a kid. I'm getting fucked up. My girl's like, babe, are you sure? Blah, blah, blah. I was like, I'm getting fucked up. So when I get there, there's some trippy music playing.
Is it just you and him?
Just me and him. I've never met the guy.
Mhm.
We've only talked on Facebook, and I'm
Mhm.
going to this guy's house for a fucking
Yeah, seance,
spiritual
bro.
awakening.
Oh yeah,
Exactly.
dog. Yeah,
So
dog.
he approaches me as a heel. I'm like, yeah. I'm going to get high. He tells me like, you should have your intentions set so that you know what's going on, because like you're gonna get, this is it. You know what I mean? Hold on, I'm getting a call. Okay. So anyway, he sits me down. There's some trippy music playing, and I'm like, kind of weirded out, right?
Definitely.
Like,
Definitely.
right? Like I'm there.
Like, am I gonna get fucked in the ass?
Yeah, not that, but like there's like the music playing is like raindrops and like
It's real. Shit's getting real.
Yes,
It's getting real.
Yes.
Yeah.
Where I went there thinking we were gonna sit down and
Have
just
a rave.
blaze
Yeah, you can have
and
a
get
rave
fucked up,
and
right?
fucking,
Like when
yeah.
I was a kid, it was a different vibe. So I sit down. He puts out his phone because he films the whole thing,
Oh,
so that if anything happens, you know what I mean.
he can prove whatever.
He died because he did it. You know, he wanted to. No one's ever died from DMT. It's a great experience.
Yeah.
Not that everyone should try it. It's very scary. But he sets up his phone, and you sit back in a chair. You keep your hands on the recliner. He holds the pipe, and you literally need a 0.05. So it's like 5 grains of salt in a crack pipe. So I go to this guy's house. There's trippy music playing. And he busts out a crack pipe and a torch. I'm like, whoa, inside my head.
Yeah.
Whoa,
Yeah.
this is way realer than I thought this was going to be, right?
Yeah.
We talk for a bit. He says, you know, like the first time people take it, it doesn't really, you know, sometimes it's harder. It's a hard drug to take because when you smoke a pipe, as soon as the pipe starts, when you hit the DMT torch, you have to like,
Really slow.
and then so you take one, you hold it for 30 seconds, you blow it out. He lights it again. You take another, you blow it out, you light it again, he blows it out. So the first time I do it, and like I hear like this sound, and like I can still see the room, but it's like really, really rainbowy and like fucked up. So he's like, no. He sits back and he's like, how is it? And I'm like, I don't know. I don't think it worked. And he's like, no, it didn't work. So we sit back, we chill for another couple minutes. He's like, so like I told you, try not to pull so hard. Try to pull a little bit slower and hold a little bit longer. I was like, okay. I'm nervous, right?
Mhm.
I think this guy's an aficionado. I've just told him about me taking acid and mushrooms and blah, 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 you know? So I do the second time. And the second time, bro, I blow out. And just right now, even my chest is fucking tightening up talking about it. As soon as I blow out the hit, it turns into like a Nickelodeon fucking TV show for brief second. Everything's bright orange. You know how there's like those weird shapes with like a yellow, it'd be like turquoise with like a yellow line through it.
Yep.
Almost like a germ, but Nickelodeon.
Yep.
That happens, and then the fucking walls fall off his house. I'm sitting in the couch, like on the chair. I close my eyes. I open them back up, and the walls are fucking gone. They've just boom, 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 boom. They've all fallen. The chair's not there anymore, and I'm fucking shooting through space, and I'm a flat Earth guy. Right? Shooting through, like, fuck, it makes me feel so intense just talking about it. I'm like shooting through like light and like warmth. And then like, you know when you wake up in the morning and the sun is warm but it's not hot and it's pink? You like step into it and it just feels like
Nice.
that's where I end up. So I'm just there. But I'm not me. It's not like I could look and be me. I'm just something, somewhere, right? And fucking his dog barks. Because, like, as soon as, this is the part I was going to fill in a second. As soon as I blow out that hit, my body goes into a seizure for 6.5 minutes. Normally, he says he watches people to see if their stomach is moving because they're gone. Well, I'm fucking for like 6.5 minutes. I watch the video after, right?
Oh shit.
Yeah. So when his dog barks, I hear every animal in the fucking world bark. I hear lions, I hear tigers, I hear squirrels, I hear bears, I hear fucking everything. It's echoing.
Yeah.
All through my head. I'm fucking gone, thinking I'm gone for like 10 hours. It's been 6 minutes when I come back.
It felt that long.
Bro,
That's crazy.
while I was gone in that warmth, I smelt every smell. I tasted every taste. I felt every emotion. And I'm not joking. That's why my body was seizing. I had a complete sensory overload. When I came out, I was sitting there. My whole body was covered in sweat. My legs and arms had flexed so hard for
You're,
so
like,
long that
sore.
they wouldn't move. They were like so weak. And he's like, so what happened? Like, how was it? And I literally just bawled. Just sat there and bawled for like 10 minutes. Just cried and cried and cried. And he was like, he's like, I looked at you while you were seasoned and you were smiling like you were experiencing it heavy. And I was like, oh, bro, like, I was talking to you about doing mushrooms and acid would be like a priest talking to God about religion. And he was like, yeah, eh? Because he was scared, bro. He's normally watching people just relax, like, and I'm fucking, like, ripped the arm off his chair damn near. Like,
Why?
yeah. So he's like, so you want to do it again? And I was like, nope. Never. Never. Thank you, Johnny. We're fucking good. So, like, it takes
Made my
me...
paw. I'm sweating.
Bro,
dude.
it took
I'm
me
sweating.
so long to try to tell you, to break that down in my head that all happened. Because so many things took place in 6 minutes that
You just had like a mad sensory overload.
I can still try to think about it, but I don't think of what actually happened. There was so many colors. There was so many feelings. There was shapes. There was... Like, my body wasn't... My physical body was fucking brutal. My mental body, my mental state was the best it had ever been. When we started, he said, put your phone on mute so it doesn't distract you. Because, like, his dog did fucking send me on this crazy tyrant of animals. But my phone hasn't been off mute since. And that was last summer. You know what I mean? It literally changed it changed me as a person.
Yeah.
And now it's been a while. I'm going to go back and do it again. So I'll give you another update in like a couple weeks.
Yeah.
But he's from the res here. He's the head chemist at Legacy. He's a straight edge, straight narrow dude. Like, there was no fucking around, you know?
Yeah.
He said, I'm going to heal you. And he fucking did what he said he was going to do.
Yeah.
When it was over, I looked at him and I fucking tears in my eyes. And I was like, bro, thank you for fucking
That's wild.
healing me.
Yeah.
And he's like, I told you. That's all he could say. Like, his face was scared, though.
Yeah.
Just like watching.
Like,
the whole-
yeah, he had like this look on, like, bro, what happened?
Yeah.
And I was like, it all happened.
Yeah.
Every single thing. And like just the tense in my fucking body.
Can you remember any visual from it or
yeah,
like
the colors, like I said, you know, like the start of Rugrats or the end of Rugrats when it's showing their names and it's all in that weird thing, but it's on like an orange background, all funky. That's what happened off the very start. Like as soon as I blew out, because you don't touch anything, right? The second hit hits you and you're pretty fucked up. You start hearing like this grinding and like me personally, I don't know if everybody does. If you guys have done DMT, let me know. I heard like this grinding and then like it was like
like painful or
no, but
just like weird.
My brain was fucking grinding. It was so weird. But then it started clicking, and as soon as that clicking happened, your physical was gone. I wasn't even there anymore. I was just gone.
That's crazy,
That
man.
is wild.
It was absolutely insane.
Yeah, I got like sweaty palms.
Yeah, I'm
and,
still
like,
sweating.
fucking- I was
Bro,
like, oh.
like you
Because I'm super intrigued, man. Like, I feel like I need a fucking.
that's what it is.
I
It's
need
an
a
ego
cleansing.
death.
Yeah, it's a yeah.
That's why I cried so much. And
Yeah.
Buddy's like, "What are you thinking about right now?" And
You
I was
just
like,
realize that. Okay, go. Sorry.
He's like, "What are you thinking about right now?" And I was like, "That I put on brand new shoes and a brand new shirt to come here today." And he's like, "Why?" I was like, "Because I wanted to impress you. I've never met you."
Yeah.
And that's the least important thing in this whole.
Yeah.
This whole.
Yeah.
Experience we just had.
Yeah.
And he's like, "Yeah,
yeah.
pretty much, bro."
Yeah.
So it was just wild.
Yeah.
He wouldn't take any money. So I bought one of those Puffco dab rigs and took it to him. And that was the day you saw me. I took him those gifts and my bike blew up on the way home.
Crazy.
Right?
Yeah,
Right?
that is crazy.
So he wouldn't take money. Like I brought a whole bunch of money. I was gonna give him $500, like just thank you.
Yeah.
He wouldn't take it. So I just went and bought him a whole bunch of like, bong stuff.
Yeah.
And took it to him. I was like, here, this is all gifts.
Yeah.
Some of my shorts, some of my shirts, like my tattoo stuff.
Yep.
I've never been the same. But it takes a little bit of time and then you kind of feel like you need it again. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when I first happened, I was so centered. Like I was only doing tattoos I wanted to do. If you messaged me, I don't even care. This is my world right now.
Yeah.
And it's kind of selfish, but you need that.
Yeah.
Especially with like you and I, we're so about this business
Yeah.
that when we can step back for
Yeah.
3 weeks
Yeah.
and let it all unwind, when you come back to it, it's so fresh again.
Yeah.
When I came back to tattooing, it was like,
That's crazy. Yeah, it was a little test too. Your bike breaking down after just to see, right?
it all happens for a reason, man.
Yeah.
It all happens for a
That
reason.
is wild.
I can't remember. I was listening to a dude talk about his trip, and that's like the main thing he said. That it was like, it made him realize that he wasn't like as important as he thought he was on this
You're
earth.
this big in a world that's
Yeah,
this big.
yeah. Like it just like
Are you
reality.
giving appreciation for that big
Reality checks you. You know what I mean? You see that it's like at the end, because like it's all the shit we talk about, like the parallel universes and all those things that you like you wonder in your brain, right? And then you do this DMT and it puts you in this like spot where you're like, holy fuck, like
You're so clear thoughts.
this is like this shit's fucking what is happening right now. Like
Grounded
if this is possible, what is really possible?
That's
You
right.
know what I
And
mean?
The one thing I came out of it with, like when it was all said and done and the tears were done, and I was on my motorcycle riding home. I know now inside me that this isn't it. That there's more after this.
Yeah.
Like I went there.
Yeah.
I was to that other place.
Yeah.
The warmth, you're not there. Your energy is. You don't have a memory or a thought of who you are or what you were. You just have the feeling that you're still something and you're there.
Mm-hmm. It's crazy, eh?
So
walk away with a bigger appreciation too for
yeah, it made me ride my bike faster. It literally, because it was like, fuck, there's way more to this. This was we're literally right now in this life that we're living. We're like on the doorstep of what's about to happen when we die.
It's like a vessel
Exactly.
to the afterlife.
Because there's so much.
see. I believe like there's definitely more too, and that's the thing. Like you say, right? Like, well, you know, you're gonna die at some point, though, right? Feel the wind in your hair,
That's
have
right.
fucking fun, right?
Yeah.
Like do that kind of stuff, right? I think that's where that comes from. That's crazy. That's a good story.
Dude, it was yeah.
And I've heard like I don't never done it myself or don't really plan on it, but I've just heard like consistent stories, and everybody just seems to be well grounded after and like very like attached and connected.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Well, that's the thing. Like, I went into Buddy's house feeling kind of weird, like
Yeah.
not really connecting. And when I left, like, I hugged the guy and was like,
well, that's what I mean, like spiritually on
That's
and
right.
on an emotional
dude,
level too, right?
dude,
Like,
on a level that like,
Mhm.
it's insane. But again, when I see people like Joe Rogan advocating for people doing DMT, it's like that's not very responsible. Because the after effects are great, but if your trip isn't facilitated by someone who knows what they're doing, it could be pretty scary.
Well, and I've heard different people, like, because there's been people in the shop talk about, like, the last time I heard an experience, there was a guy, and he said that he'd done ayahuasca, and he did it in the jungle, like in
Amazon or
Peru. Was he in
something.
Peru?
Yeah.
Puking for days and shit.
That's what he said. And he said that, like, and this is the crazy thing, because the way he explained it to me, and you hear other people explain it, and I'm like, did you really do this, bro? Like, said he was like puking, like he puked out an alligator, and like he physically seen that he puked out an alligator, and then
Wow.
he like puked out these other animals, and then as the experience was going on, he was telling the shaman because he was like a group. So they were in like this smoke hut where they like have you're in this hut and there's like a bunch of people in there and it's like really smoky and like he's like they won't let you leave.
I've watched
and,
it, yeah, and there's just a bowl, and they keep dumping the bowl out and pouring water over
She
it.
said
Yeah.
you can go back
Yeah.
in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. He said it was fucking wild, like the craziest
Well,
thing.
this guy that did my trip, he said he wants to do that. Like, that's his next thing, because he used to, not to talk about this man's past, but he used to be into heavy street drugs.
Okay,
He did DMT, and
changed him.
he hasn't touched it. He's fucking, totally different person.
Yeah.
Totally different person.
Now, does he use DMT on the regular? You don't.
Couldn't tell you on the regular, but like when I did it, and he was like, "Oh, I want to do it again right now." So he must do it
Mhm.
quite frequently.
Mhm.
And like another guy out here, Brody Barnhart,
Mhm.
he goes to him too, and Brody's done a lot of changing inside himself in the last little while due to it.
Mhm.
Brody was heavy into some drugs. Brody was heavy in,
Yep.
And I'm not talking about anybody else.
No,
He's
for
a
sure.
friend, and we've
Yeah.
discussed it.
Yeah.
But yeah, like this guy, he's the real deal.
It's
When you
crazy.
when you go there, like I was just telling Fran, I felt like a little weirded out. I was like, oh yeah. But when I left, I hugged the guy and thanked him, and
Yep.
couldn't thank him enough.
Yep.
To the point where I needed to go buy things to take him.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like I felt that much gratitude
Mhm.
towards him for healing me.
The experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he said, like, if you know people that need this, and I can help. Just he's not gonna. Some people, I'd imagine if he thought I was going there to get fucked up, he wouldn't have wanted to heal me.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah.
And some people look at my trip as like, oh my god, that sounds so fun,
Wow.
right?
I don't know if it does because I feel like it's an experience
Makes
that.
me anxious.
Yeah.
But some people want that.
Yeah.
Some
no,
like if I
100%,
was 18
100%.
and someone told me this story, I'd be like, when can we get some?
Yeah.
When can we get it?
Yeah. Yeah.
Right? So
But it's different.
There
though,
it is.
Right.
It's very different. It was
Like-
a spiritual thing, and that's why it wrecked me like that. I think that's why it took my physical body and was like, hey, you came here to get high, fuck you.
Yeah.
Here you go.
Yeah.
Respect it.
Try this.
Yeah. Here's
You
one
know?
for you, bro.
Because he told me 3 times, you have your intentions set. And I was like, yeah, in my head, I'm getting high, bro.
They're
set.
Yeah.
I knew I was coming here to get high.
Yeah.
I wasn't coming there to heal. Maybe if I came there to heal, my physical body
You would have had a bit easier of an experience. Or
would have been a
something.
little more relaxed, not so pounded and pummeled.
I don't know though
You get
because I
high.
feel like you're pretty. Like it's a heavy thing, right? Like if you got a heavy past and you got a lot of shit on your shoulders and you're stressed,
It
like you
makes
take on a
everything
lot
come
of
to the
stress.
surface, man.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's what the ego death is, right?
Yeah,
All the emotions that you suppress and all the feelings you suppress. That's why I cried so much. I
Yeah.
think
The built up.
the built up. Like I cry. I'm a man.
Yeah.
Like I
Yeah.
watch sad
Yeah,
movies.
everybody
ET
does.
makes me cry like a motherfucker. But you know what I mean. I don't all cry all the time.
Yeah.
And this was like uncontrollable, like baby bawling.
yeah. You're just letting emotions
It
fly
wa-
like
yeah,
you had to.
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't just like a little tear. Like I was fucking.
Yeah.
Like if I saw one of you guys like that, I'd be like, holy fuck, bro.
You good?
Yeah. Like
Yeah.
that, it was
Yeah.
fucked. Very intense. Very strong. Very.
The release.
Yeah. Yeah. And when I was done, like my physical body felt like I'd run a marathon. My mind had run 5.
Yeah.
So I was so centered just in life. Like I went home and just told my girlfriend that I appreciate her, and you know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
because last year I went and I tried to get hypnotized. I drove my bike all the way to Coburg or past Coburg and saw a spiritual hypnotist, like a spiritual healer, expecting to feel the experience that I felt from that DMT when I only went to get high.
Yeah.
Right? You see how that plays out?
Yeah.
I expected to go into this lady's house and she was going to be like, boom, fucking put me to sleep. And it wasn't like that. It was like when I walked in, she's like, I can feel your energy. Like, you need a hug, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, fuck, sure. Let's hug, I'm that type of guy. I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
And then we sat down and talked. And she didn't talk to me as Scott. She talked to, like, my, insides. And it helped. It helped me feel a little bit more calm and at ease. But I think if someone's looking to do that and go get hypnotized by another person when you could do it all yourself,
Mhm.
you don't need, just have a friend sit there and watch you and help you.
How the hypnotism fucking Because I've never really,
It didn't work like you think.
I've never been into that. I've
Like,
kind
you
of thought it
know
was a
how at
scam.
high school. Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
Yeah, I think those people are good actors.
yeah.
But who knows?
Did she
I
get
think
you to
it might be
sleep?
certain
No.
people.
She kept doing the count back and all that and just relaxing me, but I
Yeah.
didn't go.
And I feel like that can be another one too. I feel like some people have persuasive brain where it's a lot easier for someone to get counter sunk into shit, and then there's people like you per se who are like, I ain't having it,
Your mind's always still going where you don't have
Right.
to.
you know what I mean? Because I know I'd be sitting there looking at the bitch like, put me to sleep,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I
like
expected.
try,
Her to be like, okay, so we're
Like,
gonna
let's
count
go.
back and then we're gonna
yeah,
you're gonna
like let's go.
no, exactly.
Maybe that is
exactly.
maybe that's why, right?
And that
'Cause you're,
is probably why.
challenged. It's a
Exactly.
challenge, right?
Yeah.
Where it's like you're not open.
Yeah,
You're
it's
just
that persuasiveness,
Yeah.
right? Your brain, and some like I don't, and it's a defense mechanism too. Like your
Mhm.
brain,
100%.
you know, after a while, you know,
You're not with the bullshit anymore.
yeah.
The lady made me feel great. She made me feel nice.
To me, that's kinda
She
like
made
what a
me feel
therapist
warm.
could do, though,
Exactly.
too, right?
It was a therapist session with a hug.
Well, it's a positive therapist session because your therapist shouldn't really make you feel good. Your therapist, you should leave your therapist like questioning everything.
I'm glad I don't go to them.
Yeah. Well, you should in reality because that's what they should be doing is playing like the devil's advocate for you because
No, I got little dick energy. I need fucking people pumping me
they're pumping
the
you
whole
up.
time.
Well,
You're
you're
the
the
best,
best, Scott. You're the best. Yeah. Just feed it to
Yeah.
you. Yeah. No, it's tough, man. I've always thought that fucking hypnosis or whatever the fuck you want to call that, whatever the fuck it is. Hypnosis, yeah, is just a scam.
Well, see,
Maybe not a
they
scam. Maybe
did
that's
it
a
in
little.
high school. They did it in high school, like when I went to Madoc, and there was some compelling stuff because the girl, when he said, "Go between the sawhorses," and then somebody stood on her. I don't think if we put you between these two chairs, me or Fran could stand on you.
Mhm.
But it did happen.
Yeah.
So there's.
Yeah.
I'm on the fence, you know? Like, I knew that girl personally. She was a skinny girl, and someone stood on her. Is your body just under some kind of. Who knows?
Optical illusions, bro.
Yeah, maybe there was a board, and they just laid her on it.
Yeah.
Painted black.
Yeah.
You Fran, you fucker. He's part of the hypnotist squad, too.
Yeah.
This guy's in on everything. You better just start wearing
like-
black suits in here. Men in
David
black.
Blaine, bro. I went and had a course. David Blaine, Chris Angel special.
That's crazy though, man. I didn't realize that you had that great of an experience with the. Now with DMT, is that
I did the N and N DMT, just for the record. That time I had that crazy experience.
Yeah.
It was the N and Buddy extracts it himself.
Okay.
I also-
So here's what I was get. That was my next.
I also have a friend in Belleville that extracts it himself, too, if anyone's...
That was my next question. Is there obviously it's like anything else? There's levels to potency
That's right.
and there's levels to like.
But
is there
he's the head
strain?
chemist.
Is there strains?
Yeah, well, like there's the N and N, then there's the ayahuasca, and then those are all different types
Different
of
types
DMT.
of it.
So that'd be like the sativa, the indica, or the hybrid, right? And each
Um,
of them has a different effect.
So, because DMT like comes from like a lot of shit,
Yeah,
right?
mimosa bark, mostly.
Is mostly now is
Mimosa
that
bark,
now is it
natural
how you
bark. Extract it?
it was what makes it what variety?
Yeah, or
so
what potency or
what
whatever.
potency. So it's
No,
more
because
so,
ayahuasca is like leaves, and then they take an inhibitor, and that's what makes that potion. Where DMT is like
You smoke
ground up bark with like chemicals, and then those chemicals dry off, and what's left is the little salty green.
yeah, it's the
things.
same like we make the hash.
Yeah, same shit like that.
same concept. Okay,
So-
same concept. It's like a.
And again, I'm not a
concentrated
DMT aficionado for anyone watching this being like Scott's a fucking idiot.
form. No, for sure.
I just enjoy the stuff, and I know that there's up
We-
to three different
We just
kinds.
make a concentrate out of another type of herb. So I'm just that's my curious.
Wash and bark, bro.
That's my curiosity to kill the cat coming out. You know what I mean? Like, because it's one of the things. If I was gonna do something, I would probably do it myself. Like extract. Like I would go online, put research into it for
course
about
you
a
would.
year and a half, and then I would get some
You
DMT
should-
root
but-
and
but
I would
you should
extract
just
it myself.
Try it through the healer first, and then if it's a root you want to take, then you could. Because I don't think it's for everyone. You know?
No, for sure.
Like I don't think it's not like weed or like shirts or like life. It's like you do
No.
it once and it clears your mind up and you stay fucking
No, I
away
know,
from it.
bro, and I don't mean it like that. I mean even just to try it myself because I feel like there's certain things in life. The older I get, the more I'm like, you gotta research, you gotta know your shit. And I'm not saying Buddy doesn't know shit.
No, of course not. No,
Not one bit.
No.
Right?
Yeah.
But it's like, no matter how good at someone no matter how good,
Someone is at something.
yes, there's always a 12-year-old Asian better.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like there's
With
good information that you can gather
I think
from
once
all
you
types
realize,
of people.
though, with the DMT, it's not like. I don't think if you grow it, it's more potent.
Well, that's what I mean.
Yeah,
like
I
how
don't think it goes that way.
levels to
I don't
it,
think it
right?
goes that
Yeah.
way. I think the level of extraction
Yeah.
is what makes it more potent.
Just the purity of
That's
the
right. How
DMT
much-
or
that's
whatever, like the actual whatever you're trying to get out.
Yeah.
Dimethyltryptamine
Yep.
or whatever the fuck
Yep.
it is.
So I think it's more the extraction part, not the.
The root itself. Yeah. Or whatever it comes from. Cool.
But it was an experience in my life I'll never forget. Well, I think that happened last year, and when I talk about it, I can talk normal now. My chest is calm again.
Yeah.
But when I talk about it, like it gives me a tension in my chest.
Yeah. So you clearly the experience
It's
you're
still there.
reliving is like
Because get
it's-
this, like I told you, I do the mushrooms and shit. 3 weeks later, I was still like pretty wary. I ate some mushrooms at home, got in the shower, and that clicking started happening again, like the DMT click. And I thought maybe I was high the whole time, and I was just coming out, and I had
Yeah.
a fucking like almost a break. I was hearing voices in the shower.
Oh, really?
My girlfriend came up. She's like, "Babe, are you talking to someone?" I was like, "I'm talking to you." She's like, "I was downstairs, like I was having a break, so
Yeah.
I haven't taken mushrooms in a little bit."
Yeah.
Like I took maybe once after that. So
Crazy, man. I got some good mushrooms too.
well, I'll take some. It's been a while.
Yeah, I should actually go. I was gonna get more, but they're envies.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, like I gave a couple like just singles out to people. They're about a gram each, and everybody that ate them were like, "What the fuck, dude? Those were potent."
We'll try 14. Then.
Oh no, yeah.
That's those corals, man. Those coral mushrooms.
See, I want to try those.
I'm telling you, like those. There's nothing in this world in mushroom form that'll do that to you.
Yeah, I want to try that. Next time you get your hands on them, you gotta fucking save me some.
Yeah, I'll try.
Cause yeah, that's exciting. I really wanted to try. I want to try those.
Yeah. So next time we'll do the tattoo one.
Yep.
I'm not sure who we're gonna tattoo or what we're gonna tattoo, but we'll try to do like a camera on top. It's your show. You just tell me and set me up. And
Yeah, I'll set it up. I'll get it rocking fucking
yeah,
fire.
I'll just bring my machine, all my cleaning stuff. We'll do a quick wipe down and set it up, and
Fuck yeah.
that way we can do a perspective, right? I'll show people exactly what I do from putting a stencil on to fucking wrapping.
Yeah.
You know,
That'd be sick.
and we'll still talk crazy jazz,
Fuck yes.
like crazy jazz.
Fuck yes.
But I think there'll probably be some good comments about that Mandela effect. Because
It'd
like,
be cool to hear opinions on that.
yeah, I'm
and-
stoked to see what people have to say. Because just between the four of us, there's been,
Yeah.
you know, three
Yeah.
different opinions on some
Yeah.
of them. So
Yeah.
And I feel like we're at a great like age demographic for the Mandela because it's all like shit like we watched growing up that our parents would probably be like, no, it's not
Mhm.
like that. But
Mhm.
we're like, what? Fuck you, it isn't.
yeah, the older generations, I hear it all the time. People are like, no, it wasn't like that.
Yeah.
Like, oh,
Whatever
Yeah.
you said.
Yeah, but it's because
Go back
it's
to
the same.
90210.
Yeah, it's the same shit as like that GIF, right? Like right away, I was like, I think it's GIF, but I'm like, it's an American fucking peanut butter company. How are we even supposed to know that? She's like, it's GIF. I go to the States all the time. Like right away, right? Like, you know, but we don't see it on the shelves and stuff all the time. So it's like, you think Jiffy, but what's the one that we do get here?
With the squirrel on the
That's
front?
like green and fucking, no,
With the teddy bears?
Duh.
There's like the Skippy.
Skippy.
That's
Good.
See?
Yeah.
See, motherfuckers? It's those little fucking nuances, and I swear it's the same color. The Skippy jars have like
they
a
have one
stripe.
peanut on top when you open it.
Yeah,
That's the best.
Yeah.
One fucking peanut.
Yeah.
I don't even like peanuts, but that one.
He's-
Zelda,
that's the only real peanut in that
Yeah,
fucking
it's
thing.
like the gift out of the fucking cereal box. I want
Cracker Jack.
I want that.
Okay, so next week, fucking live tattoo on the show. That's a key feature, bro. I like that.
Mhm.
So Scotty might just become a permanent resident on the fucking Frosty Living podcast, and that's okay with us.
We'll see. We'll see how she goes.
But thanks, guys.
Thank you guys so much.
Yeah, much
I appreciate
appreciated.
everyone that watched it and commented and messaged me. It means the world that you guys fucking care about me or whatever I do. Thank you so much.
Yes, and thank you for. You had a lot of people come and fucking flogged. It was good, dude. It was good. Yeah. Like I don't really promote it that much because I just like I said I do this for fun.
Mhm.
Like all the other shit.
My whole life is promotion.
Yeah, I gotta
Literally.
get back on
If I
it.
don't post a tattoo in a day, I feel like nobody likes me anymore. So I just stay.
We
on the
fucking
promo.
love you,
Ah,
bro. Clearly, everybody loves you, bro.
Thanks, guys. I
So-
appreciate it.
Live tattoo next week. It's gonna be sick. Fran's gonna do a weather segment. It'll be
Nice.
fire.
Yes.
We're good. We're good to
Weather
go.
rocking.
It's gonna keep getting better and better. I'm just telling you that.
TV on the wall.
Stay tuned, guys.
We'll get a
Yeah,
mic
we'll have our
for
fact
Megs
checks
too.
behind us.
Yeah, and I'm gonna show bubbles in space. I'm not just talking about them. I'm gonna show you guys bubbles in space.
By the end of this, or someday, you guys will
These guys
you
are
will
already
know.
half more woke than the first episode. So give this 6 months.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
It's gonna be woke
Wait-
stokey wokey.
Wait till the fucking I get to start reading about shit.
Yeah.
Because I got to get back into the
Mhm.
research, and then it'll get more fun because I'll know a little bit more about what's going on.
Then we'll be able to
Dark path.
bounce it off each other.
Yeah. Yeah. it'll be
Thanks,
fun.
guys.
Yes.
Thanks for tuning in.
One
Have a
love.
good day.
Peace.
Let's go